Shadows fall, dimming the light. Whispers grow, a rising tide. Vindicator, where do you hide? Steel is over, heart ablaze. Through smoky haze, he sets his gaze. Justice calls a burning need. A city's wounds he vows to heed. From cobbled streets to tower high, Vindicator takes to the sky. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see.
1,000 strong, we march for our heritage. With the dragon, we stand united.
Whispers turn to thunderous roar. As shadows creep, he slams the door.
March strong, we will win.
He fights for freedom, takes a stand with courage born of darkest night. He ignites hope, a guiding light. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. Though battles rage and darkness reigns, hope's ember burns within his veins. He'll never yield, he'll never fall. He answers freedom's clarion call. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. A symbol etched against the moon. Vindicator rising soon.
Hello. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Now, this isn't a reflection on Tom. Tom did the best he could. I thought it was 50-50. I thought Tom did really, really well in the beginning of the interview, but I think Paul Thorp towards the end absolutely dominated it. But what the fuck was that? Fucking hell. Paul Thorpe just did the equivalent on a live stream that was like, he's the biggest little, you know, the little kid on the street that used to pull faces at you. There's a little twat and used to chase him. And then he used to run behind his mother and go and pull faces from behind his mother and keep doing it because he knew you couldn't get at him. That was like Paul Thorpe in that live stream. Fucking scumbag. He did. He turned on the charm. In the end, he turned on the charm and he killed Tom with kindness. Now, this isn't a reflection on Tom. Tom's a nice guy. And this is how manipulative narcissists are. They turn your goodwill against you. That's what they do. Fucking scumbag. Fucking hell. What a dishonest... I'm talking about Paul Thorpe here. What a dishonest scumbag. Right? I'm still. We're going to take a look at it in a bit. But the thing is, right? He said this is what really pissed me off. This is the thing that pissed me off, right? Tom said, because first off, he said, Dino wanted to go in, and he asked respectfully. This is right by Tom. He asked Paul. He says, "Can Dino come in and have a word with you?" And then Paul Thorp said, "No, I want to deal with Dino on my own." Fair enough. That should have been end of the conversation. But instead of leaving it there, he continued to talk about Dino. And that was wrong, because he had the platform. Dino had no right to reply. He was in the comments. That's not the same thing. If he wants to address somebody in private, fair enough, leave it at that and stay quiet about them. Don't talk about it again. Ignore the chat. Don't do it. Yeah? And in all fairness, no offense to Tom, but Tom should have stepped in and said, well, he did say this. He did say it in all fairness. Tom did say, you just said you want to talk to them in private. Talk to them in private. But then, disrespectfully to Tom, he started addressing the chat. That's disrespectful. Right? He spotted me in the chat and says, I see Vindicators in the chat. That's disrespectful. You ignore the chat. It's not up to you to address the chat when you're a guest in someone else's live stream. That's up to the host. All right? But then he goes on to talk about me and says, I have to swallow my medicine because he's a fucking snowflake. Paul Thorpe is a snowflake. He's crying because people have been talking about him on the internet for weeks. Well, boo fucking who? You made yourself a public figure. All right? You made yourself a public figure. You talked absolute bollocks and shit for 5 weeks. So people rightly called you out for it. You couldn't handle it. And so you spit your little dummy out and started throwing all your toys out the pram and started attacking the smaller channels that were being critical of you. Because you're a thin-skinned piece of shit. That's what pissed me off. And then he started to engage me from the live stream. He said, I'll deal with him when he's on it. Like, no, you won't, because you're never going to have a debate with me, Paul, because you're a piece of shit. What I'm going to do is every time that you fuck up in a video now, I'm going to make a video about you. Because when you tell me not to do something, I'm just going to do it all the more. And I don't give a shit if people bitch, moan, and complain now about it. I don't care. All right? You don't get to dictate to me who will make content about. All right? It's not going to happen. So you're going to have to cry in your cornflakes some more, Paulie boy, because there's a shitload of videos coming your way because you're constantly talking shit in your videos. Constantly. But now you've opened Pandora's box. Now you've thrown the gauntlet down. And I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit anymore. This isn't like playground stuff at all. If you think it's like playground stuff, fair enough. I don't care. As Rupert Lowe says, I don't care. The one thing you never tell me to do, is to stop talking about you because you don't like it, because it might be a bit critical of you. Fuck you. At one point, I thought he was going to get the little tiny fucking violin out for himself. Fuck off. If you can't handle being criticised on the internet, fuck off. And that little bit of, we'll go and take a look at it at the end because I nearly had to get the fucking sick bag out. It was that fucking pathetic. It really was. It was fucking shit. I'm getting up on screen right now. It's fucking Paul Thorpe. Has anybody got a timestamp when he was talking about me and Dino? Does anybody know when he was talking about me and Dino? Have you roughly got a timestamp for when he was talking about me and Dino? I can't remember. I know it's towards the end, but I'm not going through. I'm not going through the whole thing. Because now he's had his say, I'm going to have my say about this. Yeah, the thing is, Paul Thorpe, We're all living rent-free in his head. We're living rent-free in his head. He thinks about us 24/7. That's the only reason he would punch down. And he said he doesn't give a shit about punching down. So why does he care about us punching up then? You know, if he treats everybody the same way, then we are going to treat everybody the same way. I'm going to criticize everybody, including him. Fuck him now. And fuck him, his sycophantic mods that act like lunatics, that are just cult leaders. You know, maybe Paul Thorpe should wander off to Waco and go and buy himself a plot of land and call himself the Lamb of God and have his little worshippers worship him out there, because that's what it's like. Fucking retard. Fucking hell. What an absolute slimy, fucking scummy shitbag he is. They thought a volcano just erupted, but really it's just Dino blowing up steam. Yeah, I'm probably guessing that Dino was probably fucking punching a wall right now. Fucking hell. Right. I don't know where the timestamps are for this. I'm just gonna have to have a look through it and stuff. Right, I'll put it on screen. Right.
Capital to buy things. Israel uses what they do to infiltrate things and to be the foundation of things, the foundation of politics, the foundation of woke, some say, although I still a little bit
then we won't discuss that, because I know a lot of people do.
no, no, it's
2015. You will
he
not
doesn't know
find,
that.
He knows enough, don't worry about that. He's seen enough of my political videos to know that I'm not an aggressive individual. We've not agreed on certain things.
We got right now. A lot of them probably wouldn't have voted for any of them, but they're not even. So some of them going towards Rupert Lowe, and they may not have voted for any of them before. I think they more look at it as some of them who know less about politics look at it as a party for Britain more than anything else.
Yeah, I think, look, I pray you're right. I pray you're right. I fear you're wrong. Now, I don't know the answer, right? But I mean, from my experience, look, I live in Benidorm, or just outside Benidorm. I bloody dozens of Brits every day of my life, right? And I got to say, the vast majority of them are still only interested in paying the mortgage, getting the kids back to school, having a pint on a Friday, maybe going to football on a Saturday. A lot of them are still not only a long way from being politically.
So, but I think his concern is that he's worried that you won't have a conversation and
You're wrong. Now, I don't know the answer, right? But I mean, from my experience, look, I live in Benidorm, or just outside Benidorm. I interact with bloody dozens of Brits every day of my life, right? And I got to say, the vast majority of them are still only interested in paying the mortgage, getting the kids back to school, having a pint on a Friday, maybe going to football on a Saturday.
So I'm just waiting for it to play out, because it's getting to the point where he starts addressing me, and oh boy, right. This is how much of a pussy this guy is, right? He'll take shots from when he's on stage in a live stream. That's how he fucking does things. Fucking scumbag. You know, he said he didn't. This is what really pissed me off, right? He said he didn't want to address us, right, in the live stream. He didn't have us in there because he knows I'd go in there and fucking tear shreds off the guy. You know, with all due respect to Tom, Tom's a nice guy. I'm not a nice guy. I've got zero reason to be nice to Paul Thorpe after the things he said about me. That's one of the reasons why I decided not to have a debate with him, because basically it wouldn't be a debate. It would just be a shouting match. That's what it would be. Come on, let's admit it. That's what it would be. It would just be a shouting match. Because I cannot stand this guy. I have got no common ground with this guy whatsoever. Nothing. And after the insults that he's levied against me for just putting criticism up against him in his videos, fuck this guy. There's no common ground. Right, let's explain something, right? The reason you go into a debate is because you have some kind of expectation that the person you're going to have a debate with is also open to having their worldview changed, right? That's why you go and have a debate. Paul Thorpe isn't going to do that. He's going to do exactly what he did in that live stream. Everything's not his fault. It was somebody else's fault. I didn't know about this. Oh, I'm confused. It wasn't me. It wasn't my fault. That's what it'll be like. It will be frustrating. And the only thing I will do is walk in there and call him a cunt, because that's exactly what he is. He's a thin-skinned cunt that can't take criticism on the internet. That's him. That's all he is. That's him. That's it. Debate over. That's it. That's all I would have to say to him. Walk in there. Paul Thorpe, you're a thin-skinned cunt that doesn't like criticism. Bang. Interview over. Debate over. That's it. Done. Gone. That would be it. And I'm pretty sure that most of you wouldn't be interested in watching that. Because that's all I would have to say to him. I think he's a dishonest, lying scumbag that misleads people. That's what I think of him. Nothing good would come of that conversation between me and him. It wouldn't. He's a fucking moron. Yeah, get in the chat, Paul, because now I've got my platform. I can talk to you from the chat, can't I? Yeah? Mr. Big Man. Oh, I'll deal with them individually. Fuck off. Prick. Right, so somebody said it was about what the hour, what mark? Where are we? It's somewhere around here. I know it's just after this here.
A lot of them are still not only a long way from being politically engaged, they're even further away from being politically educated. You know, I still think there's a lot of people. I mean, look, the Greens won another council seat the other night, right? Who the hell in their right mind is voting for that lot? You are not going to tell me that people who are properly politically educated and engaged, man to man,
Fair enough.
Fair
enough. I'm only offering that you won't have a conversation in good faith, which
he knows that. Listen, my track record goes back on YouTube since
ever could have imagined.
100%. I see Vindicators in the comments right now.
Yeah.
You know, look, Vindicator's another one that I would love to have had this discussion with, but he refused.
Because you're a massive twat that insulted me. Why would I have a conversation with somebody like you that insulted me? Because to have a conversation, you have to enter into it into good faith. Why do I need to talk to you? Because you're a massive, thin-skinned twat that can't take criticism. So therefore, you have to address everything because you're a narcissist. You can't take criticism. That's your problem. Prick.
Well, Vin, I think Vin's given you his reasons.
Well, I'm sorry, they're not good enough for me. If someone makes video after video after video about me, the least they can do is have the respect to speak to me.
Why? Why? Haven't you made video after video about Rupert Lowe? Do you expect him to talk to you? Or do you expect to talk to him after you've made video after video about Rupert Lowe? Is that an expectation, Paul? You're talking absolute bollocks. He's talking absolute bollocks. Absolute bullshit. Fucking hell.
To reply.
To reply, I don't speak about the Vindicator, and if I did, I would expect to.
Yes, you do. You came to my fucking videos talking about me, you liar. You came to my videos talking about me in my comment sections. You did talk about me. You talked about me passively aggressively as well in your videos. So don't think this was just a one-way street. You see, the difference between me and you, Paul, is I can take it. I can take somebody talking about me. I don't give a shit. You know, and if you'd have done a video response, I'd have done a video response. We'd have had a back and forth. It would have been a video debate. That's how you could have responded.
Give him the decency, the common courtesy of the right of reply. I wouldn't.
Why do I have to give you the right of reply when you've got a 300,000 sub channel with a massive platform, and you think you've got no right to reply? You think my little channel of 9,000 somehow prevents you from having a right of reply when your channel's fucking bigger than mine? Do you even know fucking basic maths? Fucking hell. Trust me, Paul. You don't want to speak to me at the minute. All right, I'm venting at the minute, mate. I'll talk if you're busy. If you're not busy later, I'll let you in. I don't know how long this live stream will last, but I want to get through this. All right, I really want to get through this. All right.
Carry on making more and more videos about him.
That's what it is. That's what really bothers him. The fact that people are making videos about him. That's what he doesn't like. He's on the internet doing political commentary, right? He's made himself part of a political party, but somehow now thinks he's exempt from criticism. I can't get my words out because I'm fucking angry, livid.
I think he's concerned, and again, this is really between you and him. So, but I think.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Thanks, mate. At least you're saying it to him. It's like
his concern is that he's worried that you won't have a conversation in good faith.
he won't have a conversation in good faith because he mocked me for certain things. I'm not going to go into again. He mocked me for certain things. He said, "Oh, if you're really nervous about coming in there," it was bringing into question that I had courage. He made fun of the clothes that I was wearing, saying, "Oh, you're wearing SAS clothes and all this." It's like, shut the fuck up, you prick. Shut the fuck up. Because if I made the fun of his fucking teeth, like he's got a fucking supernova in his mouth, he'd fall apart. He literally would fall apart. Fucking twat. Need to have a drink.
Which
He knows it. Listen, my track record goes back on YouTube since 2015. You will not.
Yeah, I've been on here since 2005, mate, since YouTube's inception. I was on YouTube when YouTube was in beta testing, mate. That's when I was on YouTube. So I'm a little bit more of a veteran with YouTube than you are, and it shows. It shows you've come from a completely different community. I was baptized in the fire of the great debate community, where everybody was taking the piss out of everybody else. The ponage times, when everybody was doing ponage videos, they weren't civil to each other. They ripped each other apart. That's the era of YouTube that I'm from. So I'm pretty sure I've got much more of a thicker skin than you, Paul, when it comes to this sort of thing. Yeah? That's why you're a thin-skinned little pussy. The fact that you were around in 2015 is nothing to me. It's nothing. That is nothing. That the Ponish times that ended and everything on YouTube had become a little bit more civilized. When I was on there, it was like the Wild West. You literally had to hold your own. And to be honest, mate, if you were around in 2005, you wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes. You would have been gone. With the attitude you've got and the thin skin you've got, you'd have like turned up and fucking gone, mate. You wouldn't have been around. It's that simple. You came from a completely different community. Your channel was born in the luxury watch side of things, not political debate like me. So to try and compare yourself to me is ridiculous because you're nothing like me at all. Just have a look at the chat, guys. Play some more of this garbage.
Know that.
He knows enough. Don't worry about that. He's seen enough of my political videos to know that I'm not an aggressive individual.
Now, I've seen enough of your political videos to know you talk absolute shit, and that's why I made videos refuting them. I didn't call you names in those videos. I just refuted them point by point, Paul. And you took offense to them because you can't handle criticism.
We've not agreed on certain things. I haven't spat me dummy out and started swearing at you.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. You've lost your rag because you made passive-aggressive insults at me, mate. You spat your dummy out.
He knows I'm a gentleman in the respect that
You're not a gentleman. You are not a gentleman in any shape, way, or form.
give him his fair chance. He gives me my fair chance.
You've got a 300,000 sub channel, right? Why do I need to give you a fair chance? You've got a bigger platform than me. If you want to get your right to reply out there, your reach is massive. Yeah? As opposed to me, a 9,000 sub channel. Which number is bigger, Paul? How many more people can you reach than me? I'm a 9,000 sub channel. You're a 300,000 sub channel. Whose platform is bigger? Who's got the bigger reach? I'll give you a clue. It's not me. Fucking idiot.
We can agree to disagree and treat it like.
Yeah, that's what I've done. I don't want a conversation with you because that literally would be it. I would have to agree to disagree with you because I don't agree with anything that you say. I don't agree with anything you say. I don't agree with your stance. You're not hard right. You claimed you were hard right. You're not hard right. You're a centrist. You're a fence sitter. And you and your pals are trying to drag everybody on the right down to the centre ground behind your worldview. That's what you intend to do, Paul. And that's why we're having this conflict now. Because it's literally everybody on the right versus people like you in the centre. All right? That's where we are. My politics are not like your politics at all. Yours are wishy-washy, weak appeasement bollocks. And while on the subject, right, because you brought this subject up about the nurses. Oh, but if we get rid of all the nurses that can't speak English or may have fake university degrees, then who will replace them? Well, this is the thing, Paul, right? Because of diversity, equity, and inclusion laws, most of the native nurses in this country are excluded from nursing jobs. They're put to the back of the queue. And what they do is they go abroad to work in favour of importing immigrants that can't speak our language. So yes, we get rid of those people that can't speak our language. We get rid of them, and then we give jobs to the people who have trained in this country to do the jobs that we provide for them. You thick fucking moron. Fucking idiot. I've got no patience for this guy because he...
Like adults, but again, I'm afraid I'll tell you right now that there has been lies put forward by that individual, and I don't like the lies.
What lies, Paul? All I've done is refute your videos.
I Vindicator.
You see, this is just a smear. This is a smear. He's a liar. He's lying about me, but he's not backing it up with anything. You know, if you're going to make an accusation, Paul, back it up with something. Yeah?
Yes.
Well, what lies would that be?
We'll come to that when I speak to him in person.
Yeah, he's not going to say it because he knows a conversation is never going to take place. He knows that a conversation is never going to take place. That's why he wouldn't allow me and Dino into the chat, because he knows if you'd allowed us in, we'd have torn him apart, because it would have made him look like a fool. Because I haven't told any lies about Paul Thorp, none at all. I'll tell you what he's done though. He's allowed a troll that's been trolling me and stalking me for months to post a comment in his live stream and left it up for hours until he was forced to take it down because people brought it up. And I didn't even bother to ban that person from his channel because he was a regular contributor. Prick. He's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. Why do you think, right? If he was so confident in his position, right, he could have allowed Dino to go in first. Paul even offered to step out of the room while we had a conversation. He knows that if we'd have gone in that live stream, he would have had to justify what he just said. I really hope Dino takes him upon his offer to have a debate with him. I really hope he does. But that's just another smearing tactic. He didn't back it up with anything.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough because yeah, he needs a right to reply to that as well.
Well,
so
let me rephrase the word lies. Let me be more polite. Misinformation.
Yeah, now you're doubling. Now you're backing down. Now you're doing a U-turn, mate. No, first off, it was a lie. Now it's misinformation. You can't even get your own story straight, can you? Well, that's you all over, isn't it?
Okay, well.
So I use a more polite phrase.
It's not polite, Paul. It's completely different. A lie and misinformation is completely different because a lie is intentional. Misinformation, not always unintentional.
He's misinformed his audience on certain things.
What are those things, Paul? You can say those things. It's not like it's some kind of national secret, is it, that you can't say online? If you're going to accuse me of something online on the platform, then say it. But you won't because you know it's bullshit. Good, he can stay in the fucking chat. He can have a taste of his own medicine. Hey, Paul, have a taste of your own medicine, mate. How about you have a taste of your own medicine? Yeah, you lying sack of shit. You want a 3-on-1? Give me a time and date and I'll do it live anytime. No, mate, you had your opportunity. You had your opportunity, buddy. You could have had me in that live stream and been a man there and had me in. Tom offered to step out. You could have had your time then. You can go fuck yourself. So now I'm going to have my right to reply, talking about you while you're in the chat, mate. How about that? Yeah? Maybe you can elaborate on where I lied now. Go on. Post it in the chat. Where did I lie about you, mate? What misinformation were you talking about? Go on. Yeah. No response, Paul. No response, Paul. Tell me where I lied. Tell me about the misinformation, Paul. Where's the misinformation? Where's the misinformation? Where's the lies? What have I lied to? What have I lied about? You're obviously watching. Maybe you're typing. Maybe you're typing an essay. Tell me what I've lied about. You weren't willing for me to come into that live stream and have my right to reply. When we're on live. We're not having a live, mate. You're never having that opportunity. I'm never giving you that opportunity. Yeah? You're never having it. You will never get it off me. That's a promise. When I promise something, I keep it. You're never having that. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. You had your chance, and you, like somebody said in the chat, you squandered it. You had your opportunity for me to come in there and for you to tell me where I lied, what misinformation. It will be simple just to type it in the chat, wouldn't it? Type it in the chat. What misinformation? You're all big and hard when you were in the live stream, weren't you, mate? When you were live and I was in the chat, now the roles are reversed. Yeah? You're never getting it, mate. You're never getting it. You know, you've got your right to reply, Paul. You've got a massive channel. You've got a channel of over 300,000 subscribers, mate. You've got your right to reply. You've got a huge platform. You could make a video putting all this misinformation that I've said in it. And then I could reply to it. That's free speech, Paul. But I'll tell you something. You are never getting on a live stream with me. Never. Because I know what your game is. I know exactly what your game is. And you're not getting it. Let's carry on. Let's carry on talking more about Paul Thorpe, shall we?
Well, he is here right now. I don't, you know, again, I don't want to put you in that position. So
Who? What? Vindicator?
Is in the chat, yeah.
Oh, I know he's in the chat, but I'm
Well,
saying, you know, as I said,
I can invite him in, but I just don't want to put you in that position.
no, I want to do this properly, one at a time, man to man.
Fair enough.
And
Fair enough. I'm only offering you the.
Yeah.
Offering you the opportunity.
no,
I'm not going to let someone in without Paul's.
We'll
yeah?
do it face to face, man to man, like grown ups, and we can thrash out the properly. Today, I'm dedicating my time to you, Tom. Right?
You know, I appreciate it.
Fucking coward. You're a coward.
And then if Dino wants to do it, I'll dedicate my time to Dino. Then I'll dedicate my time to Vin. I'll dedicate my time to anyone that wants to criticise me. More importantly, I'll dedicate my time to anyone that wants to accuse me of something. I don't mind the criticism. It's the bullshit I don't like.
Oh, the bullshit that you don't like.
Yeah, it's the lies. It's the lies I don't appreciate.
Yeah, it's the lies and bullshit. The lies and bullshit that you can't stay. It's lies and bullshit that you can't mention. Yeah. That's a very good point. You know, he called me insignificant. You know, in his video, he said, "Oh, they've only got a few thousand subscribers. I don't care what they say about me." Obviously, you do, Paul. Obviously, you do. You can't have both opposing thoughts at the same time. You can't not care about us and then be worried about what we're saying about you. Yeah. Bollocks.
Appreciate.
Okay. I mean, the thing is, like, again, so obviously you don't want to get too much into other people that I don't know too much about, but because by the way, I've never spoken to Dino or anybody. When I've seen Dino, a lot of stuff of what he actually plays people back. He plays people's voices back. He plays back what they say. So some of his content is like he literally just plays back what people say. So it's like they almost do the work for him.
No,
so
no,
I don't know how
as
it's
I said-
information.
As I said, I thought when I first started watching Dino, I thought he was really good. I subscribed immediately, and I thought, yeah, this is good.
Yeah, until he started being critical of you, mate. The minute he started being critical of you, that's when he became public enemy number one, wasn't it? Because he was being critical of you.
Lad, right? But for me, my own personal view, and I'm entitled to have that, he's gone down a more a too extreme path that is, for me.
What extreme path? What extreme path has Dinobane gone down? Nothing. There's nothing, literally nothing extreme about what Dinobane is saying. He's literally saying that you can't feel English. That's all he said. You can't feel English. You literally have to have DNA and you have to have a ancestry to the land. Yeah? That's what he said. He's not been extreme in any way, shape, or form. He always makes the caveat, but before he talks about people, that he's not talking about everybody within that specific group. That's not extremist. Extremists wouldn't care about that.
What do you mean by extreme?
Well, you know, the continual talk about ethno-nationalism and, you know.
Well, don't you think, right, the reason why Dinobane is talking about ethno-nationalism is because you've been talking about ethno-nationalism. And in order to be critical of you, he has to bring it up as well. Or don't you, or doesn't that compute? Doesn't that compute, that, Paul? Because you have been saying that there are people within Reform, you said it in Tom's live stream, that are displaying opinions that could be classed as ethno-nationalism. We all know that's bollocks, by the way. It's not ethno-nationalism. It's nationalism, Paul. They're nationalistic. And there's nothing wrong with being a nationalist. Nothing at all. It's just being patriotic. Yeah? That people just believe that they don't want to see their towns and cities themselves become minorities in their own towns and cities. They hate it when people come along and say, oh, anybody can be English. Anybody can identify as English. So long as they feel English, then they are English. That's what people have an issue with. And that's what the people surrounding Rupert Lowe had an issue with. That's what I had an issue with. Because if everybody can identify as what you are, then you're irrelevant. You become diluted and you become erased at that point. That's what people had a problem with. That's what I had a problem with. That's what Dinobane had a problem with. Not necessarily you saying it, but others were. Look at some of the chat.
The
You know he's not an ethno-nationalist, right?
I don't know what he is.
He's not. And,
Well,
do you know the thing is, I heard him in a sorry to interrupt. I heard him in a conversation that he didn't know that I was hearing, and there was some Iranian guy saying the way that we should go and take people back is fly them over and then chuck them out. And he was sort of joking, sort of not. He's saying we should you know put parachutes on them, make them safe, you know. And Dino is there saying there's no need to be inhumane about things. You know, what are you trying to? And he's there fighting for the human rights of these people. So he can't be that fucking extreme. Your mic.
Sorry. There are a number of things that I've seen and heard from Dino that I just personally, I'm not a fan of. That's not a problem. I'm not, you know.
Everybody likes who they like.
Yeah, mainly because you're a centrist, Paul. You don't like Dinobane's politics because you're a centrist. Dino's firmly on the right, just as I am. We have completely different politics. That's what you don't like about us.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh, Dino, you know, this is typical. So after I called him out 3 weeks ago, now he wants to say anytime, anywhere, but not now. No, Dino, everyone knows that I called you out and you didn't show up. So, you know, listen.
Yeah, but now you're on a live stream. You've just stated that you don't want to deal with people in this live stream. You want to deal with them one-on-one. But now you're addressing them in the live stream where they've got no right to reply, where they can't answer you back face-to-face. So you should just shut up about it, not talk about it, and then go and contact Dinobane and see if he wants to do a debate with you. That's what you should do. But you continue to address him from the live stream in the chat, where he didn't really have a fair crack of the whip to have a right of reply to you, did he? That's the issue. Yeah, definitely. Definitely bridges have been burnt. Definitely bridges have been burnt, right? Let's not forget, right? This guy was insulting me, passively aggressively, taunting me to have a debate with him. And I told him to go fuck himself for that reason. Because he didn't want to argue in good faith. This was all about him getting clicks. Nothing else. Wasn't about debate. Wasn't about getting to the truth of things. He just wants clicks on his videos. That's what he wants. And to be honest with you, the debate wouldn't be a debate. It would be a shouting match. And I'm not going to go into a live stream having a fucking shouting match with somebody. I said this to Tom. I said, it wouldn't be a debate, mate. It wouldn't be a conversation because I cannot stand the guy. There are some people I just can't stand and I don't want to talk to. And he's one of them, right? Now he's saying he hasn't got a right to reply, which is mental because he's got a massive platform. He's probably, 3 times... 100 times the size of my channel, and yet he's saying he's got no right to reply. What is he talking about? Doesn't make any sense.
Liam's asked you for an interview. Why don't instead of trying to create drama, just get in touch and we'll set up a live.
He's not creating drama. He's calling you fools out for the idiots that you are. Because like him, we can see through you. We can see through you for exactly what you are. We really can.
Like this, you could do the same with Liam. Never said that Vindicator is extreme right. Never said that.
This is a good point, though. This is a good point, and so we've got to go one way or the other with this because Vin's just said something that I have to take seriously, and that is this.
Yeah.
And that is we've either got to then stop addressing them. Yeah, and it's a fair point.
Vin, I'm going to say this, Vin, sharp and swallow your own medicine. You've been talking about me for months. Months you've been talking about me. So shut up and take your own medicine.
Right. So I can say now, fuck you, shut up and take your own fucking medicine. All right? The same way he didn't want me to go in there and talk to him there and then is the same reason I won't have a debate with him now. Yeah, it's fair enough. If he can do it, I can do it. Yeah. In that little statement there, we'll play it again because that's the crux of all this, right? That's the crux of all this. This is what's really pissed him off. It's not about lies or misinformation because that's bullshit. It's because we've been making videos about him because he's a thin-skinned little pussy that can't take pushback when he talks shit on the internet.
He plays people's voices back. He plays back what they.
Oh, Dino, this is typical.
This is a good point, though. This is a good point, and so we've got to go one way or the other with this because Vin's just said something that I have to take seriously, and that is this.
Yeah.
And that is, we've either got to then stop addressing them. Yeah, it's a fair point. But
Vin,
basically,
Vin, I'm going to say this, Vin, shut up and swallow your own medicine. You've been talking about me for months. Months you've been talking about me. So shut up and take your own medicine.
okie dokie. Yeah, well, okay. I was going to say, it's a shame that it won't. You guys don't just.
How dare he have the ball-faced cheek, right, to say this when he's been talking? If anyone doesn't believe me, just go and have a look at how many times.
I've been talking about you all this time,
else,
you fucking little pussy.
You haven't turned up on the
fucking
live.
little pussy.
Nope.
Sure.
You fucking little pussy. Been talking about me. A 9,000 sub channel's been talking about me. I've got no right to reply. You fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Bell end. Fucking clown. Nobody stole anybody's content. It was fair use. There we have it. Let's play that again, because that's funny.
Oh, Dino, you know, this is typical. So after I called him out 3 weeks ago, now he wants to say anytime, anywhere, but not now. No, Dino, everyone knows that I called you out and you didn't show up. So, you know, listen, Liam's asked you for an interview. Why don't, Dino, instead of trying to create drama, just get in touch and we'll set up a live like this. You could do the same with Liam. Never said that Vindicator is extreme right. Never said that.
This is a good point, though. This is a good point, and so we've got to go one way or the other with this, because Vin's just said something that I have to take seriously, and that is this.
Yeah.
And that is, we've either got to then stop addressing them. Yeah, it's a fair point.
Vin, I'm going to say this, Vin, shut up and swallow your own medicine. You've been talking about me
for
months.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Months you've been talking about me. So.
Oh, no. Somebody used a video to ridicule me. That's fair use, Paul. Comedy, parody. It's comedy. It's fair use, mate. Get used to it. If you want to be a YouTube personality, that's going to happen to you. You made yourself a public figure. You made yourself a political figure. Spitting image. You ever heard of a program called Spitting Image, where, you know, comedians take the piss out of political people and personalities? Get used to it. Not when I've already asked Paul not to use my content just to try and ridicule me. He thought he could hide it behind fair use. That is fair use, you moron. That is fair use. That is fair use. And that's the crux of all this. You don't like it. You don't like it when people ridicule you. You don't like it when people are critical of you. There we are. There it is laid bare. Yeah, you don't understand what fair use is, buddy. You don't. You don't get it. You don't get it. And that comment there proves it. It proves you don't understand what fair use is. Yeah? You haven't got a clue, mate. You don't understand what it is. And if that's the reason why you flagged down his video of you, then you've committed, what is it, under if it's a copyright strike, isn't that the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, something like that? That's perjury, mate. That's illegal. That's illegal. That's amazing. That's the reason she took it down, because she didn't like him ridiculing you. Yet it's okay for you to use Dinobane's clip from his video when you were on that Lubner Girls channel, you know, where Richard Inman was calling Dinobane Dino Brain. Remember that? You're making fun of his content in that live stream. Yeah? Fair use, mate. That was fair use too. Somebody taking your video and ridiculing you, fair use as well. Get used to it. Get used to it, mate. You did all that live stream that just happened, and there we have it. That's the crux of it. That's why you really took it down. Contradicting yourself in the live stream, by the way. Yeah? Because you said he spread misinformation about you. Ridiculing you isn't misinformation, mate. Yeah? Now you look a prized Wally, don't you? Right, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. This could get fun. This could get fun. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Let's see what happens when I drop the link in the chat, shall we? Links in the chat. Rules are you show your face before you come on camera, and before you come when you're backstage and you come on camera. Otherwise, you don't come in a live stream. Yeah. The link has been dropped. The gauntlet has been dropped. Obviously, Paul Thorpe's not coming in. I've already said you're not coming in, mate. You're never coming in. Let's see if some of his sycophants can come in and actually defend you. Got to show your face, mate. Got to show your face. If you don't show your face, you're not coming in. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, yeah, a couple of things I'd like to ask. I've left quite decent questions in your chat, but you're refusing to answer. I just wondered why.
Well, for one thing, I don't know who you are, so I don't know what questions you've asked. So maybe
All
like
right,
to ask me what questions you've asked.
was, with Restore, I asked, we all know that the left all get together. We know they do that. They join together to block the right. What makes you think, or anyone think, that Rupert Lowe can do it on his own without borrowing, without us well, anyone, not us, because I'm going to vote Restore, without him borrowing anyone else's votes?
Because he doesn't care about any of the others. Because what people don't understand is this country is already polarized. The people that decide they're going to vote left wing are going to vote left wing. The people that decide they're going to vote right wing are going to vote right wing and restore Britain. There is no middle ground anymore. There are no people in the centre anymore. That's all gone.
I don't. I mean, like anyone that's, even if they're middle ground.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's not bothered about those people.
So you think that he can actually win this on his own without borrowing anyone else's votes? He can.
No, because they're not his demographic. He's going after the people that don't vote, that've never voted, the empathic voters, the ones that don't vote at all. That's his target demographic. They're the people. Who do you think is flocking to his party by the thousands? It's not middle class Liberal Democrat voters or people that aren't decided. It's disenfranchised white young men that have been told for decades that they're worthless. That's who's flocking to Rupert Lowe's side, and that's why we're going to win. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't be so sure of anything because I know how the left play dirty tricks. So the right.
He doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about that. That's irrelevant.
Right.
We don't need those people. We don't need those people at all. They've already made their mind up. They've already made their mind up.
I've come on before and you asked people not to have a go at me because you said it
I'm
takes...
not having a go at you.
No,
I'm just stating the fact.
Can I finish, please? You said it takes some balls to come on the channel, which I don't think it really does.
It does. It does take balls to come on the channel.
Right. But I got insulted. That's all right. I'm thick-skinned. I can take that. But
Insulted by who? I didn't insult you. I've not insulted you.
The chat. You asked the chat not to insult. And they did. But I'm thick-skinned. I can take that.
Are you Claire Bear? Are you Claire Bear by any chance?
No, I'm not.
You sure?
I am absolutely 100% positive. This is the next thing I was going on. I got accused of being one of Paul Thorpe's mods. I have never been one of Paul Thorpe's mods. So I've never been anyone's mod. So
Are you Claire Bear?
No, I'm Julie Blackman.
Right, okay.
Right. So that was untrue. I don't really like being lied about. I'm not saying you done it, but you did mention that I was one of the mods and I've never been a mod. So I'd like to clear that up. And secondly, I don't particularly have a problem with you, but the other day you said on your stream that you want people to come on to debate with you if they disagree with you.
Yeah.
So you can prove that you're always right. Well, nobody is always right. People.
I've never said I'm always right. In fact, the other day I was on a live stream and I was looking at a clip of some police officers, and I thought the police officer in that live stream was foreign, and she wasn't. She was deaf, and I didn't believe deaf people could be a part of the police force. I was proved wrong, and I admitted it. I've never said that I can't be wrong. I've never said that once. Never.
And if someone disagrees with you, they're your enemy. That's a bit... Well,
I've never said that either. Where have I said that?
I saw the live. I can go back on it.
I have never said in a live stream, if you disagree with me, you're my enemy. I have never said that.
Right, and I'd like to make it very clear to your chat. I am no groupie. I am no yappy dog. I am quite capable of thinking for myself, listening to both sides and making my own mind up. But I just wanted to come on to clear up. I haven't ever been a mod. I don't particularly like...
I think you've said that already. You said, have you got anything else that you want to say? Have you got anything else that you want to say?
I just wanted to ask you the question of what makes you think that Rupert Lowe can do it on his own without being lent any votes. I've just answered you. Yeah, you've answered the question, so fair enough. And thank you for letting me on. I appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime. See you later. I don't know what that was. Don't know what that was at all. Where have I ever said that anybody that disagrees with me is my enemy? I've never said that. Never at all. Interesting. Right. I want some more people to come in that disagree with me. I know there's people backstage wanting to come in, but I want some people to come in that disagree with me. That's what I want. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I on?
You're on, mate. Yeah, you're on.
Oh, hello. Thank you. Well, thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure and a privilege. I won't be too long.
How you doing, buddy?
Very good. Thank you. And congratulations on the growth of your channel.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. If you don't mind, I'm just going to let a few more people in. I'm going to let
Sure.
There we go. Where is he? Where's Green Arrow gone? There he is. Is he on there?
Yeah, I really just
Green
wanted
Arrows.
to make a quick point, if that's okay. And of course, I'll be delighted to hear your response. You know.
Oh, hello.
Go on then, mate. Go on.
Hello. Yeah, I'm going to turn my volume down because I can hear it coming out the speaker. I just feel that with regards to the Paul Thorpe thing, I followed this closely, the whole soap opera. I think it would be a very boring conversation if I just unconditionally agreed with everything you're saying. Oh, am I still on?
Yeah, you're still on, mate. You were on. You clicked on the link twice. You're in the studio twice, so I've had to remove one of your links because it's making an echo. You're still live, mate. You're still here. We can still see you.
Am I still on?
Yeah, you're still live, mate. Yeah, you're still here.
You're
Am
still
I
here.
on?
Yeah, you're still here, mate. Yeah,
I don't know if I'm on.
you're on, mate. You are here.
Oh,
This is a bit of a philosophical question. Am I here? Are we
Am
all
I
here?
here?
Oh,
Can
is
you hear
anybody
me?
here?
Can you hear me?
You just need to talk, mate. You just need to talk. Yeah. Hello.
Right. I have no clue if I'm still on, but I'll just make my point quickly. I wonder if I am still on. I was just going to say that I feel as if the conversation has reached a point whereby you've got to leave him a little sort of escape route where he can somehow move
Why should I?
forward with dignity. And I just feel
Why
as
should I
if,
give him an escape route?
I just feel as if the graceful thing to do is for everybody just to move on, basically.
Why?
That's about it.
Why? He isn't moving on.
I think so. But I think my time's out. I apologize. I've messed it all up. Maybe I should go. I don't know.
I'll remove you. You can come back in.
Yes. Oh man, this whole
But
thing.
let me just address that, Abs. Right? Let me just address that. Right? Should we give Paul Thorpe an escape route? Fucking no. Because he brought this on himself. If he wanted an escape route, he should have said, "I'm holding my hands up. I made a mistake, guys. Made a mistake. Sorry, I was wrong about Rupert Lowe. My bad. I'm on your side now." But he didn't do that.
Yeah,
he didn't do that. Fuck him. He doesn't get an escape route.
I'll tell you what, as well. You say you admitted when you were wrong. I actually had mentioned this on Green Arrow's channel when he went live at one point. I made a mistake with Paul Thorpe because I genuinely believe that the Daily Agenda had said he was a legitimate target for criticism, but there's been screenshots to prove that that was not the case. And you know what? He actually contacted me by coincidence when my alarm went off. And he basically said, you need to look at this and basically address it. I was like, I'll look at it, because I've had it from several people, actually. And I was like, you know what? I will address this. I will apologize. I will swallow my pride. I will be the bigger man. I will come out and I will apologize about it. But we have not seen that many times with Paul Thorpe. I think I might have seen it once, but that's about it. But he hasn't apologized over him punching down on Dinobane, on you, on Green Arrow. And I know that that you'll say, like, we can take him on, it's not a problem. But that's beside the point. The point is,
look at what he said in the live stream. He doesn't fucking care if he punches down or not. It's like, okay, fair enough. You're fair game then, mate. Stop moaning about people making videos about you. If you can punch down, then we can make videos about you. Shut up.
Precisely. He has to understand he is a political commentator, just like I'm two political commentators because of my size. But at the end of the day, if you come online and you put your sorry, my dentures are falling out. If you put your opinions out there, expect criticism. Don't expect your teeth to fall out. Because at the end of the day, we're not infallible. We sometimes get it wrong. We'll admit when we go wrong. Paul Thorpe has not done that. He has sat there saying, you need to apologize about this. And if I do make a mistake, I do. But he hasn't.
Listen to what he did, right? His whole does the UK need a hero bollocks, and the whole video where he said that Rupert Lowe now clarified things for him. That was a whole mental gymnastics video, making it so he didn't have to apologise. Because Rupert Lowe's now come to him and clarified his position, so he can now get on board with Rupert Lowe.
And I would advise Rupert Lowe to pick up the phone to Ben Habib. I've watched that. I've watched the whole bloody thing, so I know exactly what you're on about. He wants unity, but he wants it under his own banner. Yeah. He doesn't want unity for the country. He wants unity on his terms. And he had every chance to have you and Dino come into the room, have a debate. I'm sure you'd have been happy to let him have a one-on-one. I think Tom even said, I will back out of the room if
he did.
If they wanted it. Yeah. So he's got no fucking excuse. And to hear him sit there and say to you that you need to shut up and take your medicine, who the fuck is he to say that? Sorry.
That's how self-important he thinks he is, though, mate. That's him all around, right? He's talking about we're gonna meet man to man in my live stream. It's like you could have done it there and then. Tom would have stepped out. We could have had a conversation. You could have said where I lied and what misinformation, because he backtracked on that as well. Did you notice that? He said lied, but he backtracked on it.
It's like, misinformation.
Right. This is what he's trying to do, right? He was trying to smear me passively aggressively again because he didn't offer up any evidence of the smear. He knew that no conversation was ever going to take place between us. So it was just another opportunity to smear me from a live stream.
100%.
He's a coward.
100%. He only did that because he knew full well that by accusing you of lying, in a sense, that's like defamation. He's saying that, oh no, I never did that stuff. And he is such a damn hypocrite. Like,
the thing is, though, right, Abs, right? What's stopping him from making a video with that information in it and saying, I'm putting the record straight. This information was made about me. This is the actual information. This is setting the record straight. He didn't even have to mention anybody. Could have done that. And then I could have responded to it if it was bullshit, which it probably would have been.
Yeah, that would have been the way to go about it. I appreciate your concerns, Marty, by the way. Don't worry, I'm not having an aneurysm just yet. Give me a few more minutes and we'll see. But I swear to God, like, Paul just doesn't get it. And the point I wanted to make more than anything was he made that copyright claim against Green Arrow, which was absolutely disgusting.
Did you see? Did you see the post though? The reason why he did it because of ridicule. That's fair use. Fair use.
My feelings. Like,
you've hurt my feelings. That's against YouTube's terms of service. If you look right down the list, there's a subsection that says don't hurt Paul Thorpe's feelings in the YouTube's terms of service. Fuck off.
Oh God! Like, and you mentioned about perjury. I actually didn't bring that up, but in my video I've uploaded earlier today, I've pointed out that you can, if you make false copyrights. Sorry, I can't bring the fucking words out. If you make false copyright strikes, while you might not get, like, say, 10 years in prison and an unlimited fine, for something smaller, from what I understand, you can get sent to prison for 6 months, even face a £5,000 fine. So he is risking so much by saying all this bollocks, basically. He has stepped beyond, oh, we're just having an uncivil debate, if you will, to there's now legal grounds that he could be pursued on. And I am nearly certain that Paul Morris is going to go after him legally. That is my honest thoughts on this.
There you go. That's what people think, and it's true, right? Large YouTubers pick on smaller ones is shithouse behaviour. They're supposed to ignore us. Yeah, they're supposed to ignore us because they're too big to bother about us.
Yeah, if we're really significant,
right? Can you imagine, right? If Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber, right, if he made a video about every single detractor that was detracting about him or making a video about him, can you imagine how many videos he'd make a week?
Probably none. Like, oh my God, it would be insane.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think it's going to take a short, sharp shock to use the 1950s. I'm having a stroke. 1950s National Service.
Hang on, I'll
Stroke
drop the
number
links,
one.
but Paul Morris wants to come in, so I'll let him come in. Come on, Paul. Come on in, mate. If you want to come in, I'll drop the link. We can have a chat. No shit music, though. No shit AI music.
No AI,
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Dinobane's going to come in and rip us all apart.
Yeah, here he is. Here he is. Bring him in. How you doing, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Let me just switch. Let me just switch the sound off.
Well, mate,
I'm-
what did you think to that?
Well, first of all, I thought you were magnificent. But 1 second while I sort out my sound and get okay. I think I'm okay. Well, first of all, Vindicator, I thought you were magnificent. I was watching all the comments over there. I was tempted to ask to come in. Abathar, I thought you were bloody good as well, as usual.
Appreciate it.
Just two things. I'll bring you up to speed very quickly. I've got all the emails that have passed between Paul Thorpe and myself. I'll show them later on my channel. I've got plenty of time to do it in. I'm in no rush to destroy him, but destroy him I will. I offered him an out. I turned around and I said, you'll see the emails. Basically, I said, you're dealing with the wrong guy. I'm old guard, British National Party. I will not drop this, and I will do everything in my power to fight it. I said, so you've got an opportunity now, I said, to remove that strike, which they can do, as you know, Vindicator. The claimant can remove the strike.
Yeah.
I said, and I let it go at that. And then I sent a legal
Just one question, Green Arrow, right? How much of the video did you actually use? Did you use the whole video, or was it just one clip?
One clip. I'll tell you exactly where it started. It was right on the bit where the letters flashed up, Rupert Lowe is not the man to lead us. And then a bit after it. Yeah, just a bit after it. My image was...
So it wasn't 8 minutes like he claimed then? 8 minutes that he said?
I'd have to go and have a look. It might have, because then he was talking about Suella Braverman, and I might have let it run. But
were you talking? Were you talking while he was talking? Were you talking over it? Were you giving commentary and stuff like that?
I'd have to go back and check. Oh, we might have just been listening. But I take your point.
If he's just listening, it could be a copyright claim, because you have to make it transformative. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I understand, and that's a lesson learned for the next time if I survive. Because when I said that, then I sent a ream of text.
Come on in, Tom. Tom, come on in.
What determines fair copyright? Then
come on, buddy.
So he responded. Then he doubled down and said, "I've got another 4 videos. I'm holding back on a copyright strike." He said, "If you remove these videos and send me a letter."
Hi, Paul. How are you doing?
Yeah, just the man. Right, Paul, let's have this out now once and for all.
Hold on, before we go any further, am I taking on 1, 2, or 3 at a time?
You know what? We're going to be quiet. You just deal as one at a time, mate.
Okay, Paul. I use content from you because we are politically opposed, okay? You had a problem with that. You did send me an email. I never abused you in the reply to you at all. You know that's not true, Paul. Secondly, the email I sent you today with regards to the copyright strike, I laid it out quite clearly, and I'll be publishing these letters, that you would be wise to remove the copyright claim against me. I'm making that offer to you now. I'll let you finish. I'll let you come in a moment, Paul. Right, so I made that offer, but I did say, if you continued, I would go all the way legally, and I will, Paul. You doubled down and came back and said, delete 4 videos and write a letter to you confirming that I wouldn't ridicule you again. True or false?
Partly true. Mostly true.
Partly true.
Mostly true, and I'll explain it. Go on, carry
No,
on,
don't
carry on.
explain to me.
Paul, no,
Don't
Paul,
explain to
listen,
me. Let me finish.
Paul,
Let me
this is your
finish, and then you
problem.
can reply.
Go on then, go on.
Your problem is you won't listen. Right. So I sent that right to you. You came back doubling down, threatening legal action, and then I bounced back saying, bring it on. That's the truth of it. Everything I did was fair use, Paul. You know it was. Now, before you answer, I've got to say this to Vindicator and the others. Paul Thorp is coming after me. If he can bring me down with these copyright strikes, my channel is gone, and then he will turn his attention to you. Now, go ahead, Paul. Wriggle.
Right, first of all, Paul, right, let's start at the very beginning. I asked you in your comments, right, very clearly, and don't deny it, Paul, because I've got the goddamn screenshot, right? I said to you,
right.
Paul, will you please not use my content to lie about me and to try and make me look
I'm
stupid?
not lying about you. Everything
Right,
I say
Paul,
about you is true.
In your mind, right? In your mind. Paul, how many times have we met? How many times have we met?
Never.
How long have you known me?
It was my misfortune to see you
Paul, no,
for the first
you don't
time.
know me. Paul, you don't know me. We've never
And you
met.
don't know me. You
No,
don't know
so-
me one little bit.
But Paul, I've never made any accusations about you.
No.
So you asked me to answer. I'm asking. You continually make untrue allegations about me.
What untrue allegations?
Paul, just go through your own videos. There's about 20 of them.
No. You made that claim. What untrue allegations?
Well, if you give me 15 minutes, I'll come back and I'll just get a few. Yeah, the Vindicator said the same thing a minute ago, so I've gone and found some examples, right? So listen,
Okay.
Paul, I asked you not to use my video in long format to try and ridicule me. You basically ignored me. I don't know if you ignored me or if you, but anyway, you ignored it, right? I can't remember if you replied, but you ignored it, right? So I thought, you know what, sod you. You also lied this afternoon when you said you only used the bit about Rupert Lowe. You didn't. You used 8 minutes.
Right. Now, you may well be correct there. When I showed it.
I'm correct.
Yeah. When I showed it, I started the link on the bit I was interested in. Rupert Lowe. That was the only bit I was interested in. But you ran into Suella Braverman, and I thought, oh, well, I'll let it run there. I was doing something. I let it run. Perhaps I let it run over
You
time.
wasn't doing anything,
I
Paul.
did
You
not
was watching
wish-
the video. But anyway, listen, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul, I say to you what I said to the guy earlier on, Tom, that I had a good conversation with. Paul, I don't mind you using my videos. I don't mind anyone using my videos to critique me, to argue, to tell people that I'm a wally, that I've got things wrong. I don't mind any of that, right? Because that is fair play. That's a right of reply. That's fair use. When people start to say things about me that simply aren't true, that is when I'm thinking no more.
Right, I can accept that you've got a right to
Okay,
defend
thank
yourself,
you,
Paul.
thank you.
I'll accept that. But Paul, the clip I was showing was where you were attacking, in my opinion, Rupert Lowe. And I thought that people should see just what sort of person you are.
That's
you were
fine.
not a nationalist.
Well,
Right,
that's
so-
your opinion. No, Paul, hold on again. You've just told me what I am, right?
Right.
So, please refrain from telling me what I am.
Someone's got to tell you, Paul.
Paul, right?
Hold on,
right?
Vin, hold on one sec. Let me just...
No, I won't hold on for 1 second. I'm going to have to say, right. When you say things and then your actions do another thing, it kind of makes people think you're not the thing that you say you are.
I don't really care what they think. But what I'm saying is, Paul can't sit there and say that I'm not a nationalist when he doesn't know me. He's
You're
never
not a
met me.
nationalist.
Now,
You're not a
that's
nationalist.
Paul, that's your
Well, the thing
opinion.
is, right, let's look at this, right? You made accusations about Rupert Lowe's team. You didn't know them personally, but you said they were ethno-nationalists.
Well, yes, I do know. Well, first of all, Vin, yes, I do know some of them personally, so you're wrong there, right? And the second thing is, I have the evidence to back some of those things that they've been saying. I have the evidence to back that up.
What, the ethno-nationalists?
Yes.
How are they ethno-nationalists, Paul?
Well, if you go back and watch Bo Dade the other night when he interviewed Rupert Lowe, I don't know why Rupert Lowe chose to be interviewed by Bo Dade. I thought that was a rather strange choice when the week before Bo Dade made a video talking about Baraka and Based and Bougie, and was very disingenuous to them about their colour.
No,
I don't
So-
think he was. I don't think he was. I watched that. I don't think he was talking about the colour at all.
I've also watched
Well,
it.
when he said we don't want that lot in our party, or we
Yeah,
can do about
well,
that lot.
that's not mentioning colour. That's saying that lot,
No,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Well, we know what he meant, Vin. We know
No, we
what he
don't.
meant.
You can't insinuate that. You've just been
Well,
complaining about people insinuating things about
I'm
people.
pretty sure.
And then you go and do
I'm-
the same thing yourself.
I'm pretty all right, fair enough, but I'm pretty sure I knew what he meant. I'm pretty sure. I'm not saying it's definite. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, if you go back and there's no point in us debating about other people. Let's talk about the argument that we have amongst ourselves. Paul,
I do know.
Paul, I have no wish to be disingenuous to you, right? But when someone politely asks you not to use their content, that is not fair use. It's a copyright theft. You can't. Why can you cannot play?
Go fuck
Queen.
yourself.
Oh,
Hold on, Dino. Hold on, Dino. Dino, please, Dino.
No,
Carry on.
Let's get this done. Let's get this done.
Yeah,
Fair
Timothy,
use, fair use.
he's
Fair
an
use.
ignorant prick. He's
Fair
an ignorant
use.
prick.
All right,
Yeah, go on then.
Fair use is
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
use.
Dino.
You know this. Don't be a slippery twat.
Dino,
Play-
please.
You know what, Dean? Dino.
Dino.
Play, why don't you go? Why don't you go away?
Wait. What he's about to do? He's about to play the victim.
No,
He's about to
he
play
won't
the-
get away with it, Dino.
No, he's
Let
about to
me,
play the
please.
victim, and
It's
he
my
needs to be
copyright
considerate.
strike. It's
Everything
my
is like
copyright
bullshit.
strike.
I've muted him for a minute, right? Let him speak. Let him speak.
If Dino thinks I'm wrong, right, he should play Queen this afternoon in one of his videos and see what happens, or play ABBA and see what happens. It's a copyright strike, right?
Paul,
Copyright.
Paul, please.
You're on mic,
Paul,
Dino. You're on mic, Dino. Dino, you've got the right to reply, mate.
Please listen,
I
Paul.
can go now.
Yeah.
Can I sort out my copyright strike first, please, guys? Right?
No, Paul, right?
Paul,
I know you.
leave
I
it
know
now.
what you're doing here. I know what you're doing here, right? But let's be honest. This is not just about you. This is about
I
every
know.
single person on YouTube. So
I
I'm
know.
saying fair use is fair use. You are allowed to take clips of other channels and talk about it objectively with a real criticism that
Correct.
really gets to the matter
Correct.
of what they're saying.
Correct.
Now, doing a copyright strike against someone on their fucking tiny channel, look at him laughing now because he knows he's guilty. He
No, 'cause you
knows
won't
he's
shut
guilty.
up. No,
it's because you know you're guilty.
finish what you
Stop
want
it.
to say and then I'll answer.
Well,
Don't
stop
tell me what
interrupting
to
me,
do.
you
Don't
slimy
tell-
twat.
No, yeah.
You see, this is what you do, don't you?
You're such a big man.
You always do.
Honestly.
There we go. You can't stop, can you?
Go on.
You can't stop. Look
I
at your
can't
face.
stop.
Look
Guys-
at his face.
Guys,
No.
let's
Look
keep
at his
it
face,
civil.
guys.
Let's keep it civil, guys. Just state your points.
So-
State your points.
Let's stop it for 1 second. Fair use is fair use. Paul Thorpe knows this, and he did it anyway. And that's why I had a problem with this. Not the fact that he's got a giant channel, many times bigger than the Green Arrow. It's the fact that this would affect every single YouTuber. Every single YouTuber has to deal with this constantly, from random strikes, from random YouTube channels, or massive companies and these conglomerates, right? They do it to us constantly. So to have it done to us by a fellow YouTuber that says he's all about unity and bringing people together sickens me.
Yeah, well, it
To my
sickens
core.
me. Do you know what sickens me, Dino, is that when I say to someone, you know what, stop lying about it and stop using my content to do it, right, and they ignore me, I don't, listen,
Got no
Dino,
right.
one thing, listen, Dino.
Got no right.
Paul,
Dino.
Paul,
Right,
right,
say that.
Paul, can I just ask a question, right? Let's clear this up.
Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to me, mate. They're all being quiet. They're being respectful. Okay. All right. Right. So I want to know where I've lied about you or what information I've spread about you. Okay.
Right, I'm going to tell you the truth, mate. I've got it actually written down because every time you say stuff, I write it down. But I haven't got that to hand. What I have got to
I
hand.
thought you didn't watch my channel, Paul. I thought
No,
you didn't watch my channel.
no, I don't. Do you know what I don't?
So how
People
come you've
send
written
me-
it all down every time you watch me then?
Because people send me, they say, have you seen what he said about you?
So you do watch me then?
Yes, of course I watch now and again. No, I don't watch the entire videos.
So you're guilty of what everybody else. that you've been
So
accused of
what I
also
have
then,
here,
Oh.
what I,
yeah. When you just jump in and jump out and don't watch the entire video. Yeah.
what I can't,
Please,
what
Can I
I
talk
can't-
to Paul,
I
please?
can't do this. I can't do this. It's a waste of time.
Paul, I've
Waste
muted
of
them all,
time.
mate. I've muted them. They're stepping back, right?
Right.
Sorry,
Okay.
Green,
So let me read you. Do you want me to read you some of the stuff?
Go on then, mate. Yeah, go on.
Okay. So I've got here. Hold on a sec. 1, 2, 3, 7. I've got 7 videos that you've made naming me. Right now, during each one of those videos, you have misled your audience at times, not every time, but there are times during those videos where you have not.
Just tell me the information that I
Not been
supposedly.
critical. Well, there's 7 videos there, mate. I haven't got a
Well, just name
photographic
one.
memory.
You've got 7 videos. Name one bit of information.
Okay, all right, okay. Right, the one you're doing now. Paul Thorp talks bollocks. There's a good example. Paul Thorpe and Liam Tuff's coordinated pressure on Rupert Lowe. That's a lie. I haven't spoken to Liam for weeks.
Well, that's what it looked like, mate. It was a bit of a coincidence. Bit of a coincidence. Am I not allowed to speculate on things like you do?
Well, you could say, look, you're trying to play mind games. You state
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, am I allowed to speculate like you do?
You can speculate, but you should.
Am I not a political commentator like you, where you speculate on political things?
Yes,
right?
you are.
So I can speculate on things. That's not misinformation. That's not lying.
You're stating.
You know what you can do, Paul. Paul, you know what you can do to that with your massive channel and your 300,000 subs. You could make a video coming out and refuting that video of mine.
I don't want to speak about you. You're irrelevant to me.
Well, why are you on here now then?
What the fuck? Because you keep lying. You keep lying.
Why? Why are you bothered if I'm lying? It's not irrelevant, mate.
I tell you what.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. You're playing a game, and I'm just not falling for it, boys. Right?
Well, playing a game. What, I'm calling you out on your bullshit, mate. Calling you out on your absolute bullshit, and you don't like it.
Name it. Name the bullshit. Go on.
You've just said it, mate.
Well,
I'm not
do you
allowed
want me to read the other? No, I didn't say that.
As a political commentator.
I didn't say that.
Right. Let's look at you. Right. You made yourself a public figure. You've attached yourself to a political party. Am I not allowed to speculate on a public figure that's attached to a political party?
And criticise you, yeah. And criticise you, yeah. So when you say Paul Thorpe and Liam Tuff's coordinated pressure on Rupert Lowe, that's not speculating. That's a statement, isn't it?
It's a speculative statement, yeah. Speculative.
Okay, all right, but it's still a statement. All right, we'll agree and disagree on that.
Do you think we should let Dino come back on this?
Yeah. So where's Dino? Where's Dino like?
Listen, I'm bored of this. Every time there's criticism towards Paul Thorpe, no offense, dude. It's a tactic. You said yourself, you're a salesman. You always try to pull things back, try to diffuse the criticism towards you. Say, I agree with that, and then you come back with some anecdotal story on how you're right, and therefore everyone else needs to agree with you. It is absolute nonsense. You've got real criticisms that aim towards you. You wouldn't be on this channel right now if you didn't recognize that. And you wouldn't be on this channel right now if you thought Vindicator was irrelevant. So saying that is absolutely mental to me.
No, he was irrelevant. He was irrelevant, Dino, right? But when someone makes...
You can't say he was...
I'll say what I fucking like, mate.
Look,
right?
No, I'm quoting you, mate. You said he is irrelevant. Now he's saying...
Okay,
now you're
so
saying
he was. Now he's not, but he was.
What everyone needs to realise is what you're doing is you interrupt people and you misquote them. You use language that changes the narrative of what you just said literally fucking 5 seconds ago.
Like you spoke to that woman and got vindicated, demonetised.
Here we go. Now you're going to try and pivot to attack me.
You're making speculations now. That wasn't the reason why the channel was demonetised.
Immediately trying to pivot around himself to attack me or to attack someone else. Never talking. Never talk. Again, you're doing it. You're doing it again. You're literally doing it again. You just can't stop yourself. Can you just allow someone to criticize you for 5 seconds without losing your fucking mind?
Carry on.
What's wrong with you? Like everyone says that you're a narcissist, like a real proper narcissist. And I'm like, it can't be that bad. But speaking to you right now, like you don't let people finish the conversation. You don't let people really criticize.
You're talking a load of shit. Just carry on.
Let him speak, Paul. Let him speak.
You're literally doing it.
We're being quiet. We're being quiet. We're being respectful and allowing Dino to speak. At least give him the same sort of respect he's given to you, mate. Yeah?
The wonderful thing is that I don't really need to say anything. Paul Thorpe is doing all of the energy, all of the work for myself. You are literally painting yourself into the corner that I thought you weren't in, but apparently you are. You are the worst interviewer. You're the worst person to interview. You try and control the narrative. You try and change everything away from what you are and the narrative that is aimed towards you into someone else and a different narrative using anecdotal truth, things you can't back up by yourself. Previous video. Well, actually, that 3 minutes, that doesn't, there's a 3 minutes before that video where I was actually saying the truth that was telling you that the truth doesn't matter and it's not real. But I've looked at that video and it's fucking bullshit. So you were just trying
Which
to paint
video are we
yourself
talking
out.
about?
You know exactly what I'm talking
No, I
about,
don't.
Paul.
Which video?
The video where you're talking about Rupert Law and how actually it's all bullshit. You need to stop. You need to give up about the country. The country's
Okay,
fucked.
okay,
Just
now I
stop
know.
it now.
Yeah.
That 3 minutes, bullshit. There is no 3 minutes there trying to excuse what you were saying, and that's why you didn't bring it up. So just don't do that. It makes you look worse in the long run. Just admit, for once, right? I would like you, just for once, to say, I was fucking wrong.
I did that, Dino. What is wrong with you? Did you not listen?
I was wrong about Rupert Law. I was wrong about calling people ethnats. I was wrong about using that word. I was wrong about trying to tar everyone with the same brush. I was wrong to defend it. I was wrong to try and pivot. I was wrong to fucking gaslight people. I was just wrong. Paul Thorp was wrong for 1 fucking second without trying to pivot away from the truth. That would be perfect. And
let me know when you finish.
You would get a lot of fans for actually just admitting you were wrong for 1 second. And don't, by the way, copyright people's fucking channels. That's law.
Dino, first of all, don't tell me what to do. Tell me when you finished.
Okay, and once you've done your bit, I'm going to come in with a
Oh, no, hold on. I was
No,
going to say...
wait. No, you can't do that. Wait.
One at a time.
No, I'm saying, make your point.
Let him play the victim, frame the narrative, and then pivot around and blame someone else. Never his fault. Let him do that right now.
You obviously must have missed the fact that I admitted I got that video wrong. Did you miss that, Dino?
I watched the whole fucking thing. Stop it. Stop it, Paul. Stop it. You can't make shit up live on air.
Dino,
Stop it.
Did you not? Don't tell me to stop it, you fucking mug. I told the
There we
world
go.
that I
Look
got
at you.
that wrong.
Stop it. Stop it.
You ain't
Let
going to
him
gaslight
talk,
me,
let him talk,
Dino.
mate. I've just muted him. Let him talk. Right. The thing is, right, Paul, right.
Hold on,
Well,
Vin. I admitted that I got that video wrong. I said I'd done a whole video on it, and he's trying to tell the world that I didn't. Does he think I'm mad? Does he think the rest of the world are mad? This guy is having a laugh. What he's actually doing is he's very good. I congratulate him. He's building an audience on a character here. It's brilliant, right? It's absolutely brilliant. Well done, Dino. People that watch me know that I made a video saying that I got that wrong, right? I can't say any more than I got that wrong. And he's now trying to make out I never said that.
Let's go back on that, right? Did you just say that people told you that you got that video wrong? Is that what you just said?
No, I said I got it wrong. I did a video after that saying, you know what, guys, that was a bad video.
So it had nothing to do with the countless comments on that video saying that this is a bad take.
Yeah, of course it did, because it made me realise.
That's what I've just said, mate. That's what I just said. You just said that you didn't take that into consideration in Tom's video, in Tom's live stream, but now you just admitted it wasn't.
No, I wouldn't.
You taking that video down.
I wouldn't let it bully me into taking. If I believed in something was right, I wouldn't allow it to bully me into taking it down. But what I am capable of doing is that I've always tried to be capable of admitting when I'm wrong. Now, I got that video wrong. I admitted it, right?
Why'd you take it down?
I didn't take it down. It's still there. It's private. It's members only.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I believe.
It's probably not, though. It's probably taken down, isn't it?
Well, what, Dino, you've always got this smirk on your face. What's the funny?
Because you're a liar.
Everyone is funny. Well,
because I'm not lying.
Well, let's have a look.
Right, okay. The difference between me and you is that I don't need to project. I don't need to gaslight. I don't need to pivot. I just tell the truth. And that makes me smile.
Yeah. You wind a lot of people up from wherever you are.
I don't mind. I don't mind winding people up.
Can I just say this, right? Can I just say this, guy? Winding people up, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're telling the truth and they're wound up by it, that's nothing wrong with that. Yeah?
I believe that's wrong. I believe that as YouTubers and people that, I'm not saying that we are influencers, but people call us influencers.
Yeah,
I think we have. Hold on, Dean.
I've been a little bit quiet. This is my live stream. I'm speaking, right?
Go on, then.
I'm speaking.
You asked me a question and then you interrupt when I answer.
Because I want to clarify it for you, right? So you're saying that if somebody winds you up or somebody's causing trouble, but it's legitimate criticism, that's wrong.
Sorry, say that again, mate.
You're saying that if somebody winds you up or you think that's troublemaking, in your opinion, but it's legitimate criticism, that's wrong.
Well, look, I believe in free speech, but I don't believe that lies are fair and decent.
They're not lies, though. It's criticism, mate.
Well, look, criticism
why are they lies?
Lie,
why are they lies? You have to come out and prove why they're lies, though.
So,
you can't just say they're lies.
Shall I tell you the difference between criticism and lies?
I show you videos
Shall I tell you
of
the
you
difference
talking
between...
shit. You don't show
shall I
anything.
tell you...
It just comes out your mouth.
Dino, you're not going to be on my channel, pal. You're not worthy of being on my channel, right? You do your own thing.
Oh, fuck, no
you
way.
Do your
Sorry.
Own thing. You do your own thing.
No.
Oh, wow. I'm devastated.
Yeah, do your own thing, Dino. Listen, I know your type of I'm 65, Dino. I've been through guys like you 1,000 times before.
I know what you are. Children.
I know what you are,
about
Dino.
The children.
There we go.
Yeah,
Dino,
hey.
I know what you are, mate. Don't worry. I've got you well sussed.
All right, buddy.
I know you do. And you know I do. And you know I know you.
I wound you up, haven't I? Jesus Christ. Can you let me finish?
I'm laughing at you. Go on.
All right. Thing is, I have receipts. I show your own videos back at you. I'm waiting for you to do that to me. Like, you've got a massive catalogue of videos where I'm saying hundreds of thousands of different things. Just choose it. You can even take them out of context and try and make me look like a fucking liar.
Wouldn't do that.
I don't need to, though. I just choose one video.
Dino, I haven't called you a liar.
One video.
Dino, do you know what? I haven't called you a liar. I don't believe... when I've watched your videos, I liked you to start with. I subscribed.
I know you haven't called me a liar because I'm not a liar.
No, I didn't say you was a liar.
You're not taking over this conversation. I know you haven't called me a liar.
What you're saying is you're not speaking.
Dino, Paul, let me just address this right, because you did call us liars. You called us liars in Tom's live stream only just a few minutes ago.
I didn't say that. Paul Thorp, can you stop trying to take over the stream constantly? Let me finish.
What you mean is, can you stop?
I know what you do. You do it all the time. You try and frame the narrative. You haven't called me a liar. That is true. Not me personally that I've seen. It's because I don't fucking lie. But I have called you a liar because I've seen you lie. Literally seen you lie. Videos of you lying. And you're not disputing this.
Show it.
Yeah, I have. I've showed you on the previous videos. You lie within your own videos. You contradict yourself constantly.
Well,
whether that's lying to yourself, you're doing it again, aren't you? You can't stop.
No, you can't stop.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Right, let's get this back on track. Right, let's get this back on track. Let's get back to the accusations. Right. So, what accusations do you want to cover, Paul? That we've said that you really want to address. Let's just cover that, because this is getting us nowhere, right?
Well, it's difficult because Mr. Bain won't stop talking and then accuses me of keep trying to talk.
Well, let's get back to the accusations. Just levy the accusations and then we'll answer. So let Paul speak and then we'll respond. Yeah.
So what I was saying about obligations, moral obligations, and by the way, Dino, sometimes I might be contradictive in my videos because I've always said that I'm not pretending to be super duper intelligent. I mean, I don't know. It's possible I make mistakes, but they're never deliberate lies. That's the first thing. The second thing is, look at this idiot. Look. The second thing is, right, yeah, look at his face. Look. The second thing is, right, is that we do have a responsibility when we're talking about winding people up, right? Now, we have a lot of viewers.
That's free speech. Paul, that's free speech, though.
Yeah, but with free speech comes responsibility, Vin.
Yeah.
It's
not like calling for violence, though. We're not calling for violence or anything like that. We're just criticising what you're saying. That's
right.
it.
Okay. I was trying to address what Dino had said, but it's very difficult when people keep interrupting and stopping me from getting into any kind of flow, right?
Oh, exactly. You've got a narrative flow where you try and change the argument away from what the question was. You do this all the time.
So you tell me then, what's your problem with me? Tell me.
Oh, I think you're a liar.
Okay, Prove it.
I did on my previous videos.
Oh, I've not
go
watched
watch
it.
them, guys.
I haven't
It's on my-
watched it.
I'm sure you did because you made reaction videos.
I swear to God,
you
I
made
haven't.
reaction videos that then
Yes.
you made members only
Yes.
fucking videos on your
Yes.
channel. So you did
But
watch.
you've made videos
No,
since
stop
then
it.
that I haven't watched.
So it's different videos now. This is what I'm talking about with you. You just change your opinion as soon as you found wrong. As soon as someone says, you literally just lied on camera just now, but you're not a liar. This is the thing with you, Paul. You get found out immediately with someone with a fucking scalpel for a brain, and then
You're
just
very good, Dino, but you will not gas. You may have done it all your life, right? My guess
do
is
this.
that you are a serial gaslighter, right? But you won't get away with it with me, son,
This
because
is
I'm too
amazing.
old in the tooth.
This is amazing. Wow.
You-
Amazing.
I'm-
You're doing
I'm gonna
exactly
chip in
everything that I said you were doing in the beginning of this
Name a
conversation.
lie.
You're
Name a lie,
still
Dino.
doing.
Name a lie.
No, listen.
Name a
Paul,
lie.
I don't even think you realize you're doing it, do you?
Name a lie.
No, listen to what you're doing right now.
I'm
So
asking
can
you to name
think
a
about
lie.
it? No, listen to what you're doing,
No,
Paul.
I don't need to be told to listen. I'm asking you to name a lie.
All right, listen to what you're saying and what your body and your mind is doing and how it is framing the argument away from constructive criticism. It is
Well,
all
what's the
constructive, by the
criticism?
way.
Where's the lie?
You keep lying and then you keep changing the narrative and then you keep gaslighting
lie?
audience on how the lie doesn't exist.
What lie?
You literally just lied that there wasn't a video of you lying, and then I pointed them out, and you said you didn't watch them, and then you said, "Oh, I did watch those ones."
No, I
they're
watched the
behind the
first one that
firewall.
I made. I'm not stupid enough to deny that I watched that video because I made a reaction
just did.
video to it. But I didn't watch the videos afterwards.
So now you're rolling it back.
Oh.
You get it? You get what you keep doing.
Dino,
Like, this
stop
is embarrassing.
deflecting. Mate, tell me
Dude,
about the
you can't-
lies.
you're
You're
not gonna
embarrassing.
use that with
Dino,
me.
you are embarrassing.
You're not
yourself.
using that with me, buddy.
You're
You're
embarrassing.
doing the thing that
You're
now
an
you're accusing me
embarrassment.
of.
You are an embarrassment, Dino. Name the
All
lies.
right, I'm done. I finished,
Yeah,
guys.
too right, you're done.
One of
Wait,
the
I said,
points.
guys, wait, everyone. I said I just needed a couple of minutes, and I
Yeah.
was right.
Yeah,
I think I
Dino,
got there.
you embarrass yourself. Off you go.
I'm not going anywhere.
You
You
don't
dickhead.
get to control who stays in the bloody stream, my friend.
Well, he said he
And
was
here's the
going.
thing.
He said he was going. So
No,
off
I
he
said I was
goes.
done. I think I'm done. Like I'm done. I don't need to say anymore.
I think one of the I would definitely call it a lie at this point is you did say that Vindicator was saying all these lies about you, but then within seconds you then rolled that back and said it's misinformation. So in a sense, you kind of did lie about that, didn't you?
Well, that might be me being a bit thick, because to me, and it probably is, to be fair, misinformation and lies is pretty much the same thing in my book.
It's not. It's two
misinformation and lying are
Well,
two
deliberate
completely
misinformation, deliberate misinformation.
Yeah, they are two completely different things, my man.
Okay, so you can call them whatever you like. I've got
you two have had your say now. Can I
This is like a
actually
fucking
address?
tag team effort. I need someone to come and tag me out. Go on.
It's not, mate. We're being respectful to you. We're allowing you to speak. You've had plenty of time to speak. We're allowing you to do that, right? I've been muting people where they've been interrupting you, so I am doing that for you.
Yeah, I know.
So-
Yeah, to be fair, you have been. Yeah, go on.
Right. What I don't understand is, right, you said you said that because I've made so many videos about you that you needed your right to reply. Now, I don't understand this, right? This is something I don't understand. Your channel is bigger than mine. You've got 300,000 subscribers, right?
Yeah.
Why do you need a right to reply to a channel that is literally, 5 or 6 times, 100 times smaller than you?
Because as I said this to Tom earlier on, I don't look at your voice as being any less important than mine.
Yeah, but that's not reality, is it? That's not
Well,
reality.
I don't care about reality, right? The reality
You don't
is
care
that
about reality, right?
No, I treat.
Let me explain. Let me explain what the reality is, right?
The respect of saying that you've got a voice. I'm
Yeah,
not
right,
ignoring you,
right.
saying, "Oh, he's just a little."
The reality
YouTuber."
is, Paul, right? Your channel, it's not just you, right? You've got a lot of weight behind your channel. You've got 300,000 subscribers that are going to be behind you, coming down to a channel with only 9,000 subscribers.
That's not true, by the way.
It is.
It's not true. It's not true, mate, because you know as well as I do that 300,000 subscribers does not equate to 300,000 people watching a
Even
video.
if you came with 50,000 subscribers, that's a fair response, isn't it? Because that's the average, right? That's still overwhelming my channel, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
So your right to play has got, your reach is way bigger than mine. Way, way bigger than mine. Do you get that? So it's not just you. We're not equal at all in YouTube terms at all. That's why you don't punch down to smaller channels.
So let me get this right. So it's okay for a smaller channel to have a go at a bigger channel, but it's not okay for a bigger channel to
Not bothered.
reply.
Right.
Yes, yes. Right, let me speak,
Guys,
Dino. Right, because I don't bring the numbers like you do, mate. I couldn't bring the numbers to overwhelm your channel. That's the difference.
I don't think I've ever overwhelmed the channel.
That's why smaller channels can punch up and bigger channels can't punch down, mate. That's why Mr. Beast doesn't punch down to smaller channels smaller than him, because of the numbers that he would bring to the table that would overwhelm that channel. That's why we don't do it. Yeah.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Can I be on? Right, everyone. Let's take back 1 second. Paul, really appreciate you coming on the stream. Must be super hard for you. It's not comfortable. I don't really do interviews at all. It's not something I enjoy. I don't enjoy talking to people at all, to be honest. You probably accept that yourself. It's not very nice. It's going to make you look good in the long term, but I think when it comes to you in the short term, you might not accept this right now, but hopefully moving forward as a person, you'll grow from this. And it's not really me attacking you. I really wanted to get under your skin and like bust it out. It's not a real fucking venom attack. It is something that I really think you needed in the short term. Because I think you've been on the top for a long time. You've enjoyed like this dominance when it comes to the YouTube space, where you can literally say whatever you want, and you've got an army of people like sycophants underneath you, which we don't have. We're literally like putting our reputation online every single video. We don't have these people like supporting us underneath. So maybe you've had this idea of comfort that's come from literally years of being able to say whatever you want with any pushback. So coming on the stream right now, you're smiling, but it's actually a compliment.
No, because I've had pushback for years, Dino.
Yeah,
believe
but
me,
listen,
lots of pushback.
It's a compliment. Like, it's not. I'm not being antagonistic right now. So, what you're doing right now, I think, is really brave. And in my eyes, especially, this is giving you a lot of kudos. Even though I will, give you some shit because you deserve it. We all do. Whenever we go down the wrong path, you need someone to kick you up the arse and bring you back on the right one. I hope this will do this for you. Don't attack right. Don't punch down. Don't attack your countrymen. Understand that there's a massive battle coming that we need. Yep. Actually, the biggest voices like Steve Laws on the right, we need those people to take the flak for us, not to start attacking them ourselves. Like, let them go out there. They're like the martyrs, the sacrifices. They'll go out there, they'll take all the flack from the mainstream, everyone else. They'll all call them the worst things. They'll never get a job. They're sacrificing themselves. We don't need to punch them as well.
Now we got a conversation, Dino. Now we got a conversation, a good one.
Let me finish then, dude. So what I would say is, when it comes to Rupert Law and Restore Britain, Nigel Farage and Reform UK, there's a lot of people that genuinely believe what they've seen happen to that party is analogous of what they've seen happen to the country. Yep. It is disgusting. It's horrifying. It's the burning of hope, right? And what do the mainstream media want? What do the establishment want? They want apathy. They want people to lose hope and lose interest in politics. So when you come out and say that Rupert Law is not the guy and that it's over or whatever, which is why, if you remember, I started getting really kind of pissed off with your message. It wasn't that you were saying that. It was that you were taking hope away from people. And that's what the establishment want. They want you to fucking be absolutely apathetic when it comes to the future of this country. So you just give it away. So you say it's too late. So you say it's over. It's got nothing to do with you, mate. I promise you. If I had a problem with you personally, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't want to talk to you. It's your politics.
Dino, can I just say that I agree with everything you just said there. I agree with that. And do you know what? One sec. Don't
do that thing, though. Don't do that thing that you do.
What, I'm not allowed to agree with you?
No. Don't do that thing where you say, I agree with what you think, what we say and all this stuff, but like, don't do that.
I was going to explain something to you. Go on, carry on.
No, I'm done. I'm done. Just don't do that thing that I think
Well,
you're
I'm
about
sorry,
to do.
Dino. That's the way I work, right? So I agree with everything I agree with just about everything you was going to say there. The thing is, for me, is that you can believe this or believe this not. So there's actually no but coming, right? I care so much about my home, right? For many, many
Don't do
reasons.
Let's do not that. I didn't do any anecdotes.
No,
I
well,
talked
I'm going to
about the
give you
hard
an
truth.
anecdote. I care so much, right? That sometimes
Paul,
I feel.
Dino,
Dino,
mate.
you
No,
can't
Let me
stop
speak.
anecdotes, dude. What the fuck? We didn't do any anecdotes. Why do we have to listen to his anecdotes?
Because,
can
Dino,
address
you
it
have
in
to
a bit.
listen to other people, Dino, when they speak. You can't expect everyone just to
Facts,
listen
though.
to you.
Facts, not anecdotes. Facts.
So here's a fact. Here's a fact, right? I'm away from my home and at least half of my family when I don't really want to be, right? That's a fact, Dino. You want to talk about facts.
I haven't seen my family for fucking 7 years.
Well, that may be your choice.
Who cares? We don't
isn't
mention
really my
this.
choice. You're impossible.
Can we
Dino.
not stalk?
I thought we was going to have a decent conversation. So what do you want? Don't talk about my personal shit. Don't use anecdotes.
I gave you such a great opening to
Yeah,
start
you wanted
talking
me
about
to
the
agree
real
with you.
issues, and
I'm
then you
just
start
about
talking
to.
about your personal shit. Can you
I'm
just
just
not
about
do
to.
that?
Well, I can't
Leave it
talk
out.
the Dinobane way.
Leave your personal stuff out of this. All right.
How can you leave
Just
your
it out
personal
of
stuff
it.
out of it when you're emotional? When I made that video, Dino, I was missing home. I'm missing my family. We're fucked. If we don't get this right, Dino, we are fucked. What part of that don't you get?
Right.
Boom. There we go.
Can I jump in there then? Can I jump in there now?
One last thing.
No,
right,
let
right,
me
that's-
speak. This is my
that was a-
live stream, right?
It was a perfect.
This
it
is
was
my
a
live
perfect
stream.
thing.
This is my live stream. Let me speak. Let me speak. Right. So if you think we should get this right, Restore Britain have got the momentum. No other party in the country has the momentum like Restore Britain. They're the ones that are forging forward rapidly. So don't you think the most tactical decision we can make as a people is to get behind this party that's got the momentum that's going to take this country back?
I would say absolutely. I would like to see us. I would like to have seen us all unite. You know that. I've been through that a million times before. My warning, when I say warning, people may not like that word, but my comments on Rupert and Restore was be aware of those around you that will grab onto your coattails. Hold on. Grab onto your coattails and give you a reputation that you don't want and you don't deserve and that won't be helpful.
Right, can I explain this to you now, right? Rupert Lowe doesn't care about those people. Because
he needs to.
No, the thing is, right, he makes his point clear, what he stands for in his policies and what he says. He doesn't think those people are relevant. By acknowledging those people, he's giving those people oxygen. Why
the media
acknowledge them?
will. The media will, won't they?
He doesn't care about the media, though. This is where Nigel Farage went wrong. He cared too much about what the media thought.
Yeah,
and he lost respect. Yeah. He lost respect because of that. Rupert Lowe doesn't care what the media thinks of him. He's going the Donald Trump route with that. Like, you can say what you like about me. Strength, Paul. Showing strength.
I agree. But can I just ask you a question then in that case? It's just a question, right? So if I admire that in Rupert, I'm sick of the mainstream media. We're all sick of them, right? You know what? Fuck the lot of them, right? That would be the nice way to be able to go about it. We don't need them. But here's the problem. So the question is, right, is if he doesn't need the mainstream media and he's giving them the middle finger, great, I'll go along with that. He's going to need other routes to reach the public, isn't he? He's not going to reach them by telepathy, is he?
Oh my God.
The thing is, mate, right, if you look at the mainstream media...
Dino's saying, oh my God. What does he mean by oh my God?
If you look at the mainstream media, they've snubbed him. It's not the other way around. They've snubbed him. They know how dangerous Restore Britain is and how Rupert Lowe is. He's ruthless. He's a strong leader. And they see that and they're scared to death of him. You can see the fear in them. You know, Nigel Farage can play it down all he likes, but you can see the fear in his eyes when he sees Restore snapping at the heels. Because how does
he get the word out there?
Word of mouth, mate. Word of mouth. People have seen him, haven't they? They know, they can see him in Parliament, what he does. They know about him. You know what? They went around the streets and saying, with a photograph saying, do you know who this person is? And everyone's saying, yeah, that's Rupert Lowe, that's the next Prime Minister. Everybody knows about him, mate.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I can understand where Paul is coming from because you really don't want the people that are going to drag
that's bullshit, Abs. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, Abs. Bullshit.
Look, guys, where does the advertisement come from? Where does the information come from? Every time Nigel Farage is on a private jet saying that Rupert Law is just an angry man, one angry man in the country that doesn't care about the country or some shit like this, whatever he said, the advertisement comes from there. The message comes from there. This is a man that's flying on a private jet telling you that a man that cares about his country, that create his own grooming gang inquiry from nothing. No one else would do it. Tommy Robinson, right, is the fucking savior. There was no grooming gang inquiry. There's no grooming gang charities or anything like this. He did that by himself. He got crowdfunded, fair enough, but he did that by himself and he saw it through. Nigel Farage promised it, didn't do shit all. Yeah, he gives his money to charity every month from his MP salary. He has the highest number of tabled questions in Parliament ever. Guys, ever. Like, this is mental. If you want an MP that's going to represent the country, I can't think of a better one right now. So where does the advertisement come from? It comes from the truth. And we need to start saying, we need to start saying the truth about who this man is and not making things up about him using other people as a smear to tar him with. It's not fair.
Okay, if we want the truth in Dino, what we don't want is these nutters around him telling people that he's something he's not. Would you not agree with that?
Paul, they're irrelevant. They're irrelevant, mate. They're absolutely irrelevant. They're a minority. They're a fringe. They're fringe.
Who? Oh, well, let's get to this. Who are saying things about Rupert Law?
I was going to say, you've just
Steve
asked
Law's,
No. Not about Rupert Law, about Restore as a party.
Don't care. Fuck them. They're not part of the party. So just ignore them.
No, but they are part of the persona.
No, they're not.
They are, Dino. Have a look around. Okay, Dino, if I read you an email that I received,
you could say the same thing about them relating themselves to the Tories or the Labour Party. You're relating them to Restore Britain. They're not. They literally say they're not part of the party. They say that the party doesn't represent them. It's you that are relating them to the party. It's not them. It's not
really
me, Dino.
It's the mainstream media that will do it. They will pick up on it very quickly. They already have it. Yeah. Good luck with that, Dino. Good luck with that.
But it's working. It's working.
It's not
already
working, Dino.
125,000 members in 6 weeks. It's working.
Dino, I'm not talking about 125,000 members. That is hugely impressive and it's great. We need 15, 16, 17 million votes.
Right, you know what, Paul, right? You know what he's doing? You know what actual Rupert Lowe's doing? He's not going after the regular voters because they've already made their minds up, mate.
I've heard this, yeah.
They've made their minds up. He's trying to get these different disenfranchised voters off their arses to vote for him.
How's he going to do that?
Let me speak. He's trying to give them hope, and that's what we're trying to do. But no offense to you, Richard Inman, but you've not been giving hope to people with your channels. That's what we've been trying to do.
I think we've been giving the truth. We've been trying to give the truth.
Not. In certain instances, you haven't. You've been giving doom and gloom, mate.
Right? I accept that because I've been feeling. I think a lot of us at home, a lot of people at home, everyone I meet out here that is due to go home tomorrow or whenever, all they ever say to me is, I don't want to go back. I'm sick of it. I'm so gloomy. We all feel doom and gloomy, right? We're all entitled to have good days and bad days when we think about what's going on back at home, right? What we've tried to do is, I'm not going to speak for Richard. Richard's his own man, but what I've tried to do is speak to my audience and say, look, I like what Rupert's doing. I support what Rupert's doing. I've said that 100 times. I'm sick of saying that I support what Rupert's doing. I support the manifesto. It's almost word for word the same as Advance. The thing that's disappointed me, two things. One, my view is if he can't unite the right, how the hell is he going to unite the country?
He doesn't need to unite the right.
He does.
Paul, the right is already uniting behind him. What you're talking about are the people from the centre. That's the divide.
Right. Okay, and the centre, my friend, is where general elections are won every single time.
Maybe in the 90s, Paul. Maybe in the 90s.
For the last 100, how many years we had elections? 200 years,
it's
whatever
very
it is.
Different. Right? This next general election is going to be very different, mate. The
country will be different.
Is highly polarised.
You are absolutely right, but Middle England will still decide the election. I put my house on it.
Right, let's look at it. Right, how many? Wait a minute.
Vindicator.
Let me get this point across. Right, let me get this point across. Right, how many people in the country don't vote? Was it 50 to 40%? If we can tap into just a fraction of that, then we can win this next general election. That's the point.
So I go back to my other question, Vin. How do we reach those people when he's not on mainstream media, right? The only podcast, and I'm not saying this for any reason, I'd like to see, hold on, please let me finish. I'd like to see Rupert on with Dino. I'd like to see him on with Abertha. I'd like to see him on with you, with me, with everyone, right?
Nope,
because
it's not going to happen.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, Dino. So if he's not on mainstream media and he's not on social media, right? Where is he going to convince those 17, 20 million people that aren't engaged?
Can I address this with a solution, right? If I was Rupert Lowe, what I would do is, right, the mainstream media is blanking me. They don't want me on. You saw the thing with GB News the other day where they said, we can't have him on because it's a political cycle. It's illegal to do it, which is absolute bollocks, by the way. What he needs to do is to get around it. He needs to be like Trump. He needs to do rallies in every town and city up and down the country and wake people up that way. That will be a solution to it. Go straight to the people. Straight to the people.
I'll agree with that.
Hasn't he been on jury duty for the like last 3 weeks?
Yeah.
He's been wrapped up in court. He couldn't talk to the media for the last 3 weeks. Yeah, he's been on jury duty for the last 3 weeks.
We're not talking about 3 weeks, though, are we? We're talking about the last 3 months.
But how long? How old is the party?
Well, the party is about. I don't know. What is it?
I would just say, Vindicator. If you don't want me to interrupt people, then you have to allow people not to keep talking too long. Like
I know, mate. All right. Just all I'm asking for everybody is to be respectful of each other. If somebody's speaking, wait till they're finished. Yeah, is that fair? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where he's been for the last 3 weeks, but Restore as a movement has been going for quite a long time.
That's not what I just said. Why'd you do this?
Dino, let him finish his point, mate. Let him finish his point.
Do what, Dino? No, Dino, do what? Why do I do what? Point out a fact.
I wasn't making that point. I said the reason that he's been quiet for the last 3 weeks and that he's not been on TV mostly is because he's been on jury duty. So you're not allowed to talk about it. He's probably kept quiet. But also the fact that he's not been on TV is because he's been banned from GB News, which Nigel Farage has fucking shares in, along with Legacy Media, which is a Dubai-based investment firm, which is full of, foreigners that don't want us to have a country of our own, that are populating Reform UK with a bunch of other foreigners that are seen to happy, populating those people with foreigners.
But you went down the route of talking about how long
reality.
You went down a route of
reality.
Yeah.
Reality, right?
The reality
so that's
is
the reality. That's the structure of reality. That's the framework that you need to bring the conversation around. We don't need to start guessing now about why it's happening.
So we need to stick to your narrative only. I've got it.
What are you doing? Why'd you do that? Why'd you keep doing that?
Because you're refusing to let anyone remotely move or have any...
The truth?
I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you even on about?
Right.
That's the truth.
Let's start at the beginning of that conversation. Right, Rupert's been on jury service for 3 weeks. Right, let's take it from there.
And then why hasn't he been on the mainstream media? I just outlined one reason for one channel. Now, the BBC, they're owned by the government, which also doesn't like Rupert Lowe. That might be why he's not on there very much. And the last time he went on there, he said the BBC was controlled by the government. So he's probably not going to be invited on. Do you see how the truth builds itself? You don't need to make up conjecture. You don't need to start saying things that aren't true.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Abertha, you've got a point to make?
Yes. I feel like a bottled volcano at this point. I get it. I really get it. We need to get people on board, but we need the right people on board. There are some people who will not change their opinion. They've already made their minds about us, and there's no point going after them because we'll just be sitting here banging our head against a brick wall, quite frankly. What we need to do is... Obviously, Rupert Lowe is not going to get on mainstream media. That shit scared of him. Nigel Farage is absolutely terrified of him. What Rupert needs to do, in my humble opinion, is, as I think Vindicator said, he needs a lot of people in many different locations spreading the word. Vote Restore.
And let's not forget, right? Let's not forget he has 400 branches now spreading that information in different communities all around the country.
Yeah. Oh, Danny.
If 400 branches manage to mobilize, for the sakes of argument, let's just say they're only able to mobilize, if I've got my maths right, like let's say 500 people.
Just think about your point. I'm going to address this comment, right? So this is Danny from Spain. I'm going to respectfully respond to this, right? Because this is Paul Thorpe's friend. I'm not going to say anything like, right? So who is clearly walked into a planned ambush? Yeah, this is a joke. You lot are an embarrassment to the UK. Why don't you appear on Paul's terms on his channel? Embarrassing bunch of imbeciles. Well, for one thing,
you know what?
He didn't walk into an ambush. He came into this live stream on his own volition. I didn't ambush him or anything like that. We're just having a conversation, right? It's not heated. We're being respectful. Everybody's allowing everybody else to speak. We might not disagree with each other.
I didn't even know what was happening.
We can at least agree to be civil to each other while we're talking to each other, right? We might vehemently disagree with each other, but we're having a conversation. It needs to happen. Yeah. And maybe some kind of resolution can come from this. I don't know, but maybe it can. Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't say that, mate. It'll crunk you.
I mean, I accept it was a little bit fiery at the start, but I think it's safe to say this has simmered down a bit and we can actually have a conversation more than anything. But as I was trying to say, we need to get loads of people out there. And let's say 400 branches get, I don't know, 500 people out for the sakes of argument. That's 500 people in every area that you can think of saying that Restore are the main party to vote for. That will spread like wildfire. That will galvanize the nation. Unfortunately, Nigel Farage is playing to what a lot of people would consider the boomer vote. He's trying to get the elderly on because he knows full well he is disenfranchising young people because they look to him as someone who was going to deliver genuine change, genuine reform, to use the pun, and they've been left bitterly disappointed. And I voted for reform in 2024 when Mr. Robinson, when I was still supportive on him, I'll let you respond in a moment, Dino, I supported them and I thought this might be the party we need. And then look what happened. They put a knife in our backs. And you really, sorry, not you genuinely, Paul Thorp, but people genuinely expect us to get behind reform after they knifed us in the back?
I agree.
I'd sooner go kiss a cactus.
And by the way, do you know who he knifed in the back most of all?
I think I put my hand up first.
Me, because I'm the one that they promised that they would do a deal with.
I think I went like this first.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Dino, go ahead.
So I don't believe that we should be talking, especially because this is a rare instance. We've got four people together that have unique views. We shouldn't be talking about the past. It's kind of pointless. We know what's happened. Every single one of us know exactly what's happened. Our audience knows exactly what's happened. Yeah. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of space. We should be talking about something that's more functional. Now, I would like to talk about the Unite the Kingdom rally or other forms of protest that are less organic, that are maybe less legal, but we can't talk about them directly, obviously, but we can insinuate about like the organic nature of a protest and how it will happen symbiotically across the country at the same time without anyone planning it, which is the protest that we just saw in Ireland. We just saw that in France. These things just spring up suddenly. Like, what do you guys feel about an organized protest that is rubber stamped by the state versus an organic protest that, obviously the government doesn't like it, but that's the whole fucking point.
You make a very valid point. I don't think we should be going to any protests that have, as you've quite rightly said, been given the rubber stamp. And to bring that point up, Danny Tomo, oh God, he genuinely brought my piss to a boil when
let's not get into that. We're not talking about that, mate. Right? You know what? Right? Yeah. Dino actually came up with a really good idea some time ago. Dino came up with a good point and a way and an actual solution to an organic thing, would have a rolling protest from the length of the country where everybody joined a march from town. The march went through every town and city down to London. An organic thing. People can join it. People can leave it as it's coming down, just to show people that there is a resistance against what's going on in this country.
100%.
And I think it's a good idea. I think it's a very good idea. I'd like to do it, and I'm thinking about doing it.
That is.
Can I
Go on.
talk about that a little bit more, because I've thought about it some more as well. The reason that I wanted to move down the country, I don't think it's possible to block down the entire length of a motorway, and etc. So as it moves down, it would be like a blockage in an artery, and it slowly moves down, and you would have disruption moving down the country, but it would never be critical. So the reason that these protests right now in Ireland and France and these are the places, the reason that they get disbanded so quickly is the government claims that you're blocking critical infrastructure, you're blocking the ambulances, you're blocking, right? And that's the excuse they give to tear it apart. But if it's a rolling protest with people joining and leaving at the same time, it means it will be moving down the artery of the UK, like creating disruption, but there's still alleviation around that. But it's still also getting the national press, and people join, people leave, and it keeps moving down. And then when it gets to Westminster, a place in the country that has no critical infrastructure, and the City of London, then you block that thing solid. And that's where the beating heart of the UK is right now, the financial sector, the Westminster. You block that thing solid so nothing can move in or out of that. No one lives there, by the way. Like no one people forget about that. No one fucking lives there. So you just block that thing solid. Westminster can't function. The City of London can't function. And you've had this massive fucking rolling protest that's been going on for weeks, drawing attention, moving down the heart of the UK without disrupting any critical services.
Finn, can I come back on that? Really important.
Yeah.
Dino, look, you know something? This is not anything that I think a lot of us probably haven't thought about in the past, you know, in one way or another. How do we bring this government down legally without all going to jail, blah, blah, blah? How do we do it, right? Pardon me?
I'd probably say the ballot box is the most legal way you can do it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's the only legal way. But what I was going to say to Dino is, and I mean this nicely, Dino, I'm not being disrespectful, right? No, I'm not a Zionist. But here's the thing, right? Is that I spoke earlier on about responsibilities. With all due respect, if you're going to organise a march from
you don't organise that kind of thing.
Well, someone's got to organise it. You know, someone's got to own it. It doesn't just happen.
You know what you do, right? You know what you do, Paul, right? You just advertise. I just advertise on my channel.
So there you go. So you're then officially an organiser,
and then you go to jail.
What I'm saying to Dino is, right, is that with all due respect, and this counts for me as well, this is why I don't do it. So me and Dino are in the same spot. If someone's going to organise that, I have to lead it because they're going to jail, right? And with all due respect.
What does that say about the government?
Yeah.
If they try that.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
Hear me out, boys. Just hear me out a minute, because listen, no one can organise a demonstration that goes from Land's End to John O'Groats and say there's definitely not going to be any trouble. You know full well that as soon as that starts going through Birmingham or Bradford, there's going to be a riot. Right?
100%.
We know that's a fact.
Unfortunately, we know that these parts of the United Kingdom are predominantly inhabited by people who absolutely want to destroy us.
Exactly. So what I'm saying, Dino, right, is with all due respect,
it's not going to go through fucking Birmingham if it's going from Scotland to London, is it?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. You're the organiser. Where's the route?
The M1, the M4, all the way down.
Oh, you want to walk down the motorway?
Yeah, of course. Why would we be blocking the side roads? That's mental.
I mean, I know this is slightly off the
side road, right? The side roads are open for the critical infrastructure, so the ambulance and everything else can go through. People can still get to work. It's slower, but you're blocking the motorways.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. What I'm saying is logistically, right, you're going to get a lot of problems, right, and a lot of people are probably going to end up in jail.
Before you get there, Paul, right, I think what you're getting at is something that you're circling around. You're going to get people that will use their cars and try and kill people. You'll get people smash into it using their cars.
Are you talking about the opposition?
Yeah, the opposition.
Yeah, no, I hadn't thought of that, to be honest.
I have. Yeah.
That is a very good point, actually. I mean,
thought about that. You would need groups. You'd need trucks in front of the protests, tractors, everything that would stop these people doing their counter protests using cars, lorries, whatever, because you get them. There might even be government sponsors. You don't know what the government would do against that kind of protest. If it is peaceful and it is rolling, you can't stop it. Like literally can't stop it. It's just a rolling protest.
But how do you remain? How do you guarantee it's peaceful? That's the problem.
Well, you don't, and that's the thing. It's a protest. It's the worst thing that you can do before the anarchy. Like, I mean, what else is there? It's like this kind of protest, or you literally fight the government. What else is there?
Can I just say something, right? I know it's unrelated, but people keep asking me in the chat, right? Can you and Paul Morris come to some kind of agreement over this copyright strike? Some kind of amicable compromise over it?
Leave that to me. I'll speak to Paul. He's emailed me. I'll respond to his email.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. That's fair enough. Fair enough.
Gray 4566. Can you just stop it? Whoever you are.
Who is he?
You psycho. Just calm the fuck down.
Where is he?
He brought up a very valid point, though, about these people wanting to use their cars or whatever weapons they can get their hands on. Oh, please return your weapons to the mosque. But they've already done this on a bloody bridge when there's, like, I don't know, a few people on it. So if they find out about a protest like this, what do you think they're going to do? They could have a field day with that. And obviously, I'm not advocating for anything.
Abartha, that I don't like. Right, okay, let me be honest. I don't like that kind of attitude or conversation because it's pretty negative, and we're at the end of this road. I don't think there's much left for this country at the end of the day, right? We keep talking about things, but if you're so scared of the counter protest or like these radicals that are out there trying to kill you, which is the end result of what they want anyway, then trying to influence the government by showing them that you matter to the point where you're going to disrupt the government. If you're so scared of like retaliation in a violent way, then you probably shouldn't be trying to protect your country in the first place.
Well, you know what? You know what? Right. Me and Tom, 00 News, we brought this up, right? Because we were trying to get behind the Great British Strike, a peaceful way of trying to do something, right? And you know the pushback we got for that was that people said, we don't want to lose our jobs. But these were the same people that were pushing for a civil war. It's like, are you insane? Are you mental? It's like, which is the more peaceful option? It's losing your job or losing your life?
Yeah.
Dino, I get what you're saying, and everyone's looking for a solution. And I mean this respectfully, and I'm not trying to be funny, right? But if you think that's the right way, then come home and lead it. You put yourself an offer.
You know very well that is a disingenuous thing to ask.
Why is it?
You know why it is? Because unlike you, I think I've been very more intolerant of the government. I've been very more
merciless,
adverse to the rhetoric that they pushed out, and I've been extremely more virulent in the language that I've used to criticize them and the actions that I've called for. I don't think that I would be just stopped at the airport like you were and questioned for an hour. I think I would probably be locked up, like genuinely, because exactly. So if someone got locked up for stickers saying it's okay to be white, I think I'm a little bit more fucked than that guy, and I might be sent to a prison that is a little bit more open than that guy as well. So I don't want to be martyr, Paul, for the obvious. I don't know why. I don't. Here's the thing, right? Everyone in the audience, I don't know whether he was saying that to address the audience or whether he was saying that to be critical. But either way, I think the point is valid. There's a reason I don't come back. I'm scared of the government.
Same here.
Yeah, I want to come back on the point that was made about me potentially being too scared to come out and protest. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that the mere thought of the potential that could happen terrifies me. It doesn't mean I won't come out. It just means it's going to be lingering in there. It's kind of like a bad omen.
I don't want this to be the conversation. I never talk about this on my own channel. I never talk about coming home. I never talk about the fact that I haven't seen my family for years, right? It's not fucking interesting.
No.
It's not interesting.
Right, guys, you know what I'm going to do?
lots
I'm
of
going to start to wrap this up.
Can I finish,
I'm
dude?
sure we're all knackered and stuff. But yeah,
Can I finish in one sec?
Yeah.
I never talk about this. It's not interesting to me. I just want to save my country. I want to do it any way I can, any way I can. I gave up my job for this. I gave up coming home for this. That is the fucking truth. If you want to keep bringing it up all the time, I will keep ignoring you. It's not interesting.
Are you talking to me now?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Stop it. No.
It's just talking to everybody generally, mate.
Okay,
like everyone. We've all made sacrifices. Every single fucking person has made a sacrifice, big or small. And we've got to make more. Rupert Law said bringing back this country is going to be painful. This is what he's talking about. It's giving up sacrifices. It's giving up those things that you feel value to, whether it's big or small, whether it's your job, whether it's like financial security. You've got to do something to bring this back. It won't be just like they're not just going to fucking give it back to you.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They're here. They've got the power. They've got constitutional control. They've got the parts of the police force locked up. They're trying to get the army. Like,
Yeah,
they're not going to just give it back to us, guys.
No, they're not. At the end of the day, we've got to fight for this. Like, I want people to understand the only way we're going to get our country back is if we've got the balls, whether up here or down there, or in my case, both, to actually get out on the street and show them we've had enough of this tyranny, this bullshit, that we want to be heard, listened to, and their job is to enact the will of the people. And if they're not going to do that, then they need to be removed from power. That's what it is.
Right, mate. Yeah, right. What I would say is the biggest threat we have to the country at the minute is probably not the Greens at the minute. It's Reform UK. They're in the way. And I think we need to see Rupert Lowe coming out and taking a stronger stance against them and start pulling them apart on their policies, because they need to be removed out of the way before anybody can move forward. They've got to be gone, because whether we like it or not, these people are going to split the vote. And I don't trust them as far as I could throw them. I don't trust Nigel Farage one little bit. I think he talks, with a forked tongue. I think he's two-faced. I don't think he really has the best interest of this country at heart.
Two-faced. He's got more faces than this fucking D20.
Yeah. Right, guys. Let's just round this up. Let everybody have a closing statement, and then I'm going to shut this down, okay?
All right.
Do you want to go first, Paul?
Not really. I don't care.
Okay, mate. Dino?
Everyone's gone silent. Well, the way I look at it, the bottom line is, I know me and Paul, Dino and Paul, we're all going to have our arguments. At the end of the day, we've got to keep our eyes on the target. Because I will agree with Paul on one thing that he said in the past. The real enemy is out there. We got to start focusing on them. We got to start putting our attention on the real threats to our country, because we don't need this apathy. We don't need this infighting. I accept that there's been a lot of drama going on about this. I accept I'm partly responsible as well. I'll sit here and put my hands up. But in the end, that's not going to get our country back.
Yeah, okay,
what's going to get our country back?
Yeah, all right, mate.
Fair
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah. Dino?
I don't want to say, guys, like, you can see, I'm pretty passionate about this. I don't really fucking care what anyone else thinks. I don't know what the fucking solution, I really don't know what the solution is, but we've got to sacrifice something to get our country back, whether it's, like I said before, some kind of freedom or something. I know you might not believe this is the same level, but even Paul Thorp, like, if it's legitimate, he's left like England to go to Spain because he feels unsafe. I can feel that like connection. I just don't want to come back. I left long ago before I felt unsafe, right? I just don't feel safe coming back, right? So I can kind of understand what he's talking about. Lots of people in the UK right now, they're not able to talk openly and freely because they also feel unsafe. Lots of people feel as though they can't go to their school and tell their teachers that they don't want their children to be taught certain ideologies by certain people. They don't want their children to go on day visits to fucking mosques because they feel as though they're unsafe to say that. They don't feel safe to project their own identity. Like, there's so many different things I can say about this, and it's not fun to talk about.
No.
But there's certain YouTubers that do this every fucking day. And it takes a toll. It's not fun. And yes, we might be having a disagreement right now, but I think every single one of us, when it comes to it, we understand each other and we want the country to prosper. And we are so sick of the cancer that's fucking spreading through it. I'm done, guys. I don't want arguments with YouTubers. I want arguments with the government. In fact, I want way more than that. I can't even say what I want to do to the government. So I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I just want to move forward. I don't want to have YouTube spats. I want to talk about the legitimate problem in this country. And fuck this guy. No offense, but he's just been a twat. He's been a twat the whole stream. So fuck that guy.
I would say that I can't disagree with that statement. What Dino has just said there, I relate to, agree with every word of it. I think our difference is, and this might be an age thing, I just worry about the people in the respect that if it kicks off back home, Dino, my God, we're in big trouble.
Mate, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. I'm terrified. You know what? I'm terrified for my family.
We are in big trouble.
And you know what? That's why I make the videos I make, because my job, the way I see it, is to get my country back. That's all I care about.
It's better to do it now.
Yeah, but what we need is, Dino, we need at least one of the two. We need one of three people on our side, right? We need the government, or we need the police, or we need the army, right? And you know, we need, because at the moment, bear with me, guys, right? At the moment, our people are facing the Islamists, the communists, the police.
They are.
The army and the government. That's five.
Wait, not the army, not yet.
Well, not the army, not yet. So we'll leave the army out, right? But we're at least 4-1 down.
Can I just? I might be able to reinforce your point, because look at what's happening in Ireland at the minute. It's an absolute shit show in Ireland at the minute.
Yeah.
So sorry, mate. So Dino, what I'm trying to say is this, brother, right? Is that I don't want to see young men dying on our streets. I don't want to see women.
They're going to die anyway.
I know they are, Dino, but maybe, like I said, maybe it's an age thing. I'm desperate to avoid that. I'm desperate to avoid it.
Right. Okay. But
I'm
listen to what you say.
And I'm desperate to avoid it.
I understand that. Right. I understand. Right. Our great grandfathers used to be your grandfather.
My grandfather.
They died in the war protecting this country. And now 2 generations later, you're saying that you don't want people to die to protect the country.
No, I'm not saying that, Dino. What I'm saying
is... But they will die if you don't.
Know, but it's... I agree. I know we have to sort something out long term. What I'm saying is we need the best of the bad options. Now, yes, our forefathers went off and fought in the wars and died, right? The thing is that then the government was on our side. Everyone was on our side. The enemy was the enemy. Now it's a much more difficult job, mate. The enemy is not in a trench 100 yards away. The fuckers are in
They're in Westminster.
Can I just say something, right? Responding to that, don't you think then the option is to get behind Restore Britain?
To do it now, yeah.
Look, I hope you guys are right. And yes, I 100% agree that it's our best chance, right? But let's keep the nutters away.
You're going to find out that we're right when they try and kill him.
Yeah, and when that happens,
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm really not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is, if we're going to win, let's keep the psychopaths away, right?
They're already here.
I know. We have to make reform electable. We have to make restore electable. Now, you guys will know because you're probably all like me. Let me just ask you one last question. When was the last time one of you, and I bet you've all done it recently, when was the last time one of you tried to educate a person that was political? It is like trying to bloody get blood out of a stone. They're even not interested.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go on.
Can I go first? All right. Number one, I would say it was just now. And also, you keep saying that like we need to do this for Restore UK. Sorry, you were never on the bandwagon until very recently. So I don't want to attack
you. On the bandwagon now.
So then you shouldn't say we. You should be like you guys or whatever.
British
It feels
people,
disingenuous.
British
That's fine. Yeah, whatever. You get what I'm saying. But anyway, if I'm going to get round to the question, like when was the last time you felt like you were talking to someone that you're trying to get on a political bandwagon? It's right now with you. Literally you.
I'm on
talking to you right now.
Dino, you don't have
Yeah,
to
but-
convince me.
You're not on ours though. Not yet. You just admitted it.
Dino,
So
no, Dino, I am. I'm not. It's my fault. I'm not making myself clear. I'm on board. I'm just not on board with the idea that we can succeed unless we can.
Then we have to
reach the people.
if we can't succeed by doing it legally, then there's some weird death, blood, and gut shit that's going to come afterwards.
Paul,
so let's get on board with this right now. Like, there's only one party that is actually willing to do this. Do you even agree with that?
I do agree with it, and I've said that.
Which one?
What? Which party?
Which party?
Well, it'd have to be Restore now, wouldn't it? Have to be because
No, I don't want you to say it would have to be. I need you to legitimately say, with your own words, I support Restore Britain. It's the first time you'll have ever said it.
No, it wouldn't be, Dino. I've said it 100 times. I support Rupert and Restore, and I support all their aims. I support their manifesto.
Do you think they're the only legitimate party that will give the change that they're promising?
Yes, right now. Well, Advance would, but they're not going anywhere.
All right.
And I've
That's close
admitted that.
enough.
I've said it.
Advance are dead in the water, to be brutally honest, and UKIP's dead in the water as well. The only real threat to Restore Britain, I feel at this point, aside from reform, is Restore themselves. They could.
Yes,
I think they'll only lose if they do something phenomenally stupid, which I highly doubt Rupert Lowe is going to do. Quite frankly, I think as soon as he starts talking sense and starts exposing the lies that Nigel Farage has been constantly peddling, who has all the flair but none of the substance, I think a lot of people are going to start flocking over to Restore Britain very quickly.
One last question.
Yeah, go on.
You called me an ethnonat.
Did I? I may have done, yeah.
No.
I mean, it was like an hour ago, remember?
Yeah, I would call you an ethnonat, yeah. From what I've heard from you, I would say
no
you're
offense,
an
right?
ethnonat.
Again,
Yeah.
you're doing that thing again. Like, I may have done. It was an hour ago. You know exactly that you did.
Well, to be fair, I've now been on live for 7.5 hours.
Guys,
but you're doing
we're
it
making
again.
progress. Let's not start.
No. This is a really good. This is progress. I'm not going nowhere with this. I'm just saying, when it comes to something that you say literally like an hour ago, don't try and dissuade or deflect from it. Just go, oh yeah, I did, yeah. Now the real question: do you actually think I'm an ethnonat?
I would say yes.
Right, and to the audience,
Can I just say one thing, right? That there are no ethno-nationalists. We're just nationalists, and nationalism is on a scale. We've got extremist nationalists, and we've just
There
got
are
nationalists.
ethno-nationalists, Vindicator. There are.
No, it's just not right. Ethno-nationalist is a construct that the leftists use. They created that to demonize people. Okay.
does an ethnonat have a Chinese fiance?
Yeah, of course. Because you don't have to. You're not being an ethno-nationalist doesn't necessarily mean to say you're racist.
So
No,
what does
because
it
he's a
mean?
nationalist. He's a nationalist, and nationalism is on a scale. Can we just agree on that? Nationalism is on a scale, like everything else. You get your moderates, and then you get your extremists.
Yeah,
You
I think what I've always said is that the term ethno-nationalism can mean whatever that person thinks it means or believes it means. There are many different versions.
Having a foreign fiance doesn't mean that you're not racist either, by the way.
No, it doesn't.
So, in other words, the term itself is fucking pointless.
People like to label themselves ethno-nationalists sometimes, don't they?
It's pointless. It's a nebulous term that means absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. To be fair. You're probably right.
What it is it's effectively...
Look, I'm trying to wrap this up, guys. I'm trying to wrap this up. Can we wrap this up? Right.
I'm done now, yeah, that's all. I'm finished.
All right, buddy. All right. Okay, so is everybody happy? Does anybody want to say anything else before I close this down? Yeah.
By the way, it's only 6 hours I've been on, not 7. Just
yeah,
You've done well,
mate.
buddy.
I
You've done
know,
well.
mate. To be honest with you, I want to make this clear as well. You know, I was wrong about Paul earlier, calling him a coward. That was wrong. He's had the balls to come on and face us face to face like this. I've got nothing but respect for people that actually do that and come on and face to face sort of thing. So kudos to you, mate. Kudos to you.
Yeah, you know what? Fair play. Fair play. It surprised me more than anything.
Yeah,
And I would say this: look, we've definitely not agreed on everything, and that makes for great viewing, right? So I'd say I'd be happy to do it again at any time because there are many things that we haven't covered. I'm sure there are many questions that Dino's still got, and Vindicator. To be fair, we've not even spoken, and it was me and you that had the kickoff earlier on. But I appreciate everyone's.
It's heated, mate. It gets heated. These things get heated. When you bring in all the passion and stuff like that, it's going to get heated. Yeah, because it's the first time we've met and we've talked. So I apologise for my part in it. Yeah.
No, same here,
dude.
Mate.
Guys,
Same here.
next Sunday or something.
Maybe if I can make it. But...
This Sunday, I'd be cool with Sunday. Right? Where are we? Oh, hold on a minute. What's the day? Monday. Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah.
I'm cool pretty much any time, but we should continue this because I think everyone would enjoy it, and I'm always happy to come on. I've never turned anyone down.
I think next Sunday is cool because not only does it make Paul Thorp less of a pariah with the new growing right-wing movement, it makes us guys less extreme with his old guard as well. And basically, if you want to unify people, then that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
I agree.
And believe it or not, this is kind of like a unifying thing. This is people coming together with different ideas and different political viewpoints. This is what needs to happen on a bigger scale, though. Yeah.
It does. Yeah, it does. It definitely does.
Debate is healthy. Debate is what makes our civilization in the first place. If you don't have debate, you have anarchy. And if you have anarchy...
Can I leave it with a curveball then? Can I throw
I was going to do one as well. I was going to do one.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
Mine's not going to be the same as yours. Oh shit, mine's not going to be the same as yours. I know, I'm guaranteeing that one thing that's going to split this immediately again is as soon as we talk about Zionism. We'll leave that for next time.
Okay, there's a good curveball. So my curveball is a little bit less, probably a little bit less sinister. Is that the right word? A little bit less interesting. Let's use that word, right?
Nice, sinister, and that kind of thing. Yeah.
My curveball is I agree. We all do need to get together, and dialogue is brilliant, etc., etc. So why didn't your men bloody get together with ours?
Who?
Initially, I think what it was, I think...
Can I answer this one? Can I answer?
Oh, yeah, all right.
Can I answer this one, right? I'll answer this one, right? I think, and you might not agree with this, but I think Rupert Lowe's a very honourable man. And I think when Ben Habib, because this happened before they were supposed to merge together, I don't think the reason was a merger, to be honest with you. Ben Habib asked for his donation back. And I think that put a bad taste in Rupert Lowe's mouth. And because he sees everything in black and white, very honourable men.
Not true.
I think it's true. Before that.
It is true.
That's not true. Oh, well, he asked for his donation back, but that was not the start of it.
Yeah.
Okay. What he's getting
at, we can agree to disagree. Okay.
You just didn't like Ben Habib's character, basically, which is fine.
They've been friends for ages, Dino. I mean, good friends for a long time.
Yeah, that's fine. People can fall out. People can, respectfully just not want to join forces with someone else, especially when the stakes are so high. Like, I think it's in fact, if you were going to ask me, I would say that I respect Rupert Lowe more for not just blindly accepting someone into his party just because of friendship. You know, having that stance. Having that moral stance and saying, actually, just because you're my friend, I'm just going to I'm not going to just blindly accept you into the movement. Like, I'm going to think about what you've done, what you're saying, how you think. I respect him more for that, actually.
I would have respected Rupert more if he'd have not promised Ben that he was going to join and then just turn his back on him.
I don't know about that, so
what I do.
But I don't.
Yeah. So what you do now?
See how that works.
I've just told you.
I've just told you. But I've just told you I don't. And you didn't know about the previous thing, and you didn't make that.
All right, guys. Let's wrap it up. Let's agree.
Super annoying when you do that.
The next time, Rupert Lowe. Why didn't Rupert get together with Ben? Next time.
Give me written proof, and I'll believe you.
Let's end it.
I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to wrap this up, okay, guys? Right. So I think
later.
We've come to some kind of agreeing to disagree kind of situation, haven't we? I think that's what basically we've done here, isn't it?
To be continued.
Yeah. from now on, my concern is turning my channel towards the real enemy, and that's going to be the lefties and Reform UK. That's the way I see it. So
Brilliant.
yeah, that's where I'm heading with this now, because it's Keir Starmer that's the real enemy. It's the it's the rogue government that's the enemy, isn't it? Really?
Civil service,
civil
permanent secretary.
service.
in society.
Yeah, all those people that are trying to, are wrecking the country right now. So they're the real ones that should be in the sights, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah,
The other people.
yeah, right. So that's where I'm going to turn my attention, because although it's legitimate criticism to criticize people on the internet, we have to do that, you know. And I've got no issues with anybody criticizing me. You know what I've had done to me, Paul? Right, in the past, people have put me into porn.
Into
People
what?
have put me, they've photoshopped my head into porn and then posted me the thing on the website. And it's like,
They're not doing that to
that's
you.
new.
They're doing that to everyone
that's
else.
New. That's new. But it's just part and parcel of being on the internet, mate. You're gonna get it, and you just ignore them. Just ignore them, because you ignore them, they just go away. But legitimate criticism, I'm not going to apologise for my criticism, but I'm just going to say it was necessary.
No
at that
need.
point.
Never any. I never want an
Yeah.
apology for criticism.
Yeah. All right, guys. I really appreciated this.
Only
This is great.
polite.
Remember,
Yeah, thanks,
if
mate.
if we stop having conversations, that's when bad things start to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I
All
guess
right,
see
guys.
you all on Sunday then.
This is Vindicator. Sign off. See you guys. Bye.
See you later.
See ya.
See you later.